Shall we start?
Let's start. Hello, welcome. We're back. Consistency. We're mashing it down. Absolutely mashing it down.
Like your single life.
This is definitely the most amount of podcasts we've done in 1 year. Surely. Has to be.
It's only been like 2 or 3 years.
I was going to say.
We had a good year, then a terrible year, and then a better year. I think that's,
We only got better because we're just only doing it us now. We don't have guests anymore, guys.
Set the bar low.
Yeah. It makes it more manageable.
That's a mantra for life.
What more do you need?
Well, it's almost Christmas, and we thought we'd get together one last time before everyone goes off and does various things for Christmas and have a little chat and maybe review the year a little bit. I think personally, music-wise, scene-wise, there's that word again, scene. So this is what this is, and no guest again because actually, you know what? Fuck guests. You know what?
None specifically, just general.
Leave guest alone, man. I love guest.
Shout out guest. Actually, they're pretty sick. But yeah, guest with a U in it.
That's a social media clip right there, isn't it?
That is. But yeah, no, next year we're back on the guests. Big plans for next year. We're not going to say too much, but big plans for next year. Everyone says this on every sort of platform ever, but 2024 is going to be a good year for us, I think. So
also, maybe like if there's anyone who's listening that likes to be a guest and you're like a relatively prolific artist in drum and bass,
hit us up.
Fancy coming to London on a weeknight, let us know.
Yeah, also hit us up. Yeah. I'll be honest, I think us just doing these little 3-person ones has made us lazier for guests for sure.
Yeah,
we realised actually we can talk as well. Like we can talk about stuff. So
hours of content every week.
I think this one's going to be particularly interesting. We've got Jack back from his second tour in like 3 months or something.
Second tour in 6 weeks, bro.
6 weeks.
It's going to become the Pola and Bryson update podcast.
Basically, this is just a review of Jack's run of shows between each podcast.
We'll be tracking Pola and Bryson's career over the next few years on a monthly basis, letting you know how things have progressed since 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, what's everyone doing for Christmas? Jack, what are you doing for Christmas, New Year's? I'm assuming you've got like 15 shows.
Christmas is just with fam, and actually it's the last Christmas we're having in the current house we're in, so we're gonna have a nice like chunk of the day at home.
Nice.
Which is nice because we've never really done that. We were always like all over the shop seeing everybody
gaff,
and stuff.
Man. That was a good
gaff.
gaff.
Very nice gaff.
Good gaff.
And then New Year's it is I'm playing in Birmingham, woo, and then Bristol, woo. The BBs.
The BBs. Oh, speaking of Birmingham, actually, shout out Fez. I don't know if you guys, remember Fez?
Oh yeah.
Come on,
Fez.
I swear this isn't his first mention on the podcast.
Probably
Man
not.
Like Fez.
Man like Fez. Yeah, shout out Fez, man. Shogun Amsterdam last weekend. I just saw on his Instagram that he was in Amsterdam. I messaged him and be like, yo, we're in Amsterdam. And then like midway through my set, I looked to my left and he's just standing there with his missus. And I was like, had a lovely little catch up. Yeah, shout out Fez, man. What a guy. What a guy. Booked us way back in the day, didn't he? Like, plenty of shows, man.
He said he's got big plans as well, which is nice to hear.
Big things coming, eh? That's the saying. Big things coming.
Also, just quickly, is Harry in New Zealand over New Year?
Harry is
today, right?
Harry and Simone fly to New Zealand in a couple of hours.
Because I feel like you just said you were in Birmingham and Bristol, but you're also
Harry's
elsewhere
also so Harry will be in.
This is the Pola and Bryson podcast, mate. You got to give two sides to the story.
Well, I can just about remember what I'm meant to be doing, mate, let alone what someone else is meant to be doing. Give me a break.
For anyone who can't see, Jack's getting his phone out.
I have to, man. I can't remember. I literally cannot remember. Honestly, where
I'd love to be rich
someone
one
else
day.
is meant to be.
It must be what it's like to be rich, innit?
Give it a break, mate. Harry is
a depressing contrast to my calendar, that's for sure.
Harry's at Famous Last Words Festival in New Zealand.
Never heard of it. Must be shit.
you definitely won't be getting booked there, mate.
Nah, I'm joking. It sounds sick, man. I love New Zealand. Please put me again.
So yeah, he's going to be having a great time.
Yeah, it's quite as always over Christmas. There's going to be a whole load of UK DJs infiltrating New Zealand. You're going to see them at airports everywhere. So yeah, it's like a swarm. Australia know quite a bit about swarms as well, to be fair, don't they? With our locusts and frogs and that. Probably still a sore subject. Probably shouldn't talk about it, but it's fine. No one understood the context of that. No, I
don't understand that.
Yeah, you don't have it. Oh, it's a long story. I can't be bothered.
Cool.
Cool. So you're going to be in Bristol, Birmingham, family, at home. Sounds lovely.
What are you doing?
I'm going home for a bit, a few days. But to be honest, I'm actually trying to, we'll come on to it, but yeah, I've just not really had time to make music at all in the last 2.5 months, I'd say. It's been a long time. So actually, I've got 2 weeks off work, which is beautiful. And I'm going to try and spend as much time as possible. And Tom will be very happy to hear this. As much time as possible in the studio. We've got stuff to finish, man. We've got lots of stuff to finish. So yeah, that is the plan for me. So no show this year, which actually I'm not mad at. I quite like spending New Year's with like friends and stuff. It's quite nice, like house party vibes. So yeah, studio time mainly. And a bit of family time. Yeah, it should be nice.
Lovely.
I feel like there's less like underground shows on New Year's
Yeah,
Eve.
for sure.
I know we always moan about less underground shows generally, but I feel like New Year's Eve is a particularly like.
I think Bristol's got a few, but
yeah,
I
think it's a hard ask, isn't it? When your average night out is already quite big and quite extravagant to then say, oh, like the biggest night of the year for everybody, really. Yeah. Do you want to slim that down by comparison? I guess that's a hard sell, but yeah. One day, hopefully.
I don't want to hear Think Breaks at 11:59, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to hear.
Speak for yourself, mate.
I just want to hear horns in that.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Rich?
I'm just family time really. I got my daughter for like half of Christmas Day and then Boxing Day, and then I think I'm gonna go down to like Ray Gunn's missus' parents' house in like Lymington for like New Year and spend a couple of days down there because Flo's pregnant. So I'm going to try and see if I can take my daughter down there as well and just do like a nice wholesome thing, man. It's dad life these days, isn't it? With the missus as well. So
yeah, we're getting old, man.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I've actually just like quit my job and don't have anything to replace it. So I've got a couple of weeks off as well. I just sort of threw caution to the wind because I'm away for a bit of time in January. So I just thought, I want a fresh start. Just gonna be looking for a new avenue of full-time employment because this music game ain't paying the bills.
And also use the time to do some music stuff.
100%.
Yeah,
definitely. In honesty, I'm probably looking for mostly like part-time stuff because I look after my daughter once a week anyway. So it's just nice to kind of just try and focus more back on the music, you know, get some gigs back in the diary, fill up some of the missing revenue that I've like kind of lost this year through that, I guess. And yeah, try and push things forward whilst also managing to pay the bills with a little part-time ting on the side. But
Nice.
That's me.
In terms of events, there are some cool things happening though. I saw there was the Caliber Joy Orbison thing. Was it Troxy, was it? Last week? That looks sick, man. I'm actually a bit sad I didn't go to that. Troxy looks like a pretty sick venue, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've never actually been, but they're doing quite a lot of raves now, and yeah, it looks really good. So
is that in
it's like east somewhere,
Limehouse?
Like, I saw, like the only thing in Limehouse.
I saw Submotion Orchestra there a couple of years ago, and it was insane. It's a gorgeous venue, like proper old school, like theatre style venue. Like it's amazing, really, really beautiful space.
Yeah. So, we were going to recap 2023. I think we'll probably do like a personal recap each, and obviously we'll talk about some music stuff as well, because it is a music podcast first and foremost. But yeah, who wants to go first? Who wants to recap their 2023? Guys, we actually prepared for this. Can you imagine?
I actually did something. I started a Google Doc and shared a link with like 3 questions on it.
Rich made a template. So
change the game.
Already making changes for 2024.
I'm on this
ahead of time.
Yeah, that's nice to have a bit of free time. I'll go if you want.
Yeah, go on.
So personal, I'd say like just more time with my daughter, to be honest. Like, you know, outside of music, it's been a like big focus of mine, and like I've been having her overnights and stuff, and yeah, just generally just makes me so happy. And it's just been, I had a like, you know, this weekend, and I've been having her for like 2 nights in a row and stuff, and it's just been pretty epic to get to spend more time with her. She's an absolute joker, and yeah, I just think that has really been my focus of like this year, and just in general, like it's been a big shift in my life, and it's been a very welcome one. And yeah, I guess that's kind of like on a personal level the most important thing in it, like family. And then got a banging new girlfriend who's like future wifey material, so shout out her.
Wow, that is so bold to put that on the podcast.
Nah, trust me, mum, trust me. I'm 38, man.
Such a mad thing to me.
I'm 38, man. I'm old. Like time's gone. When you know, you know. Trust me, it's one of them ones.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it, man.
You met her. You seen me?
No, she's sick. She's sick, man.
Yeah,
and I want that to be the case, because I like weddings, so you know.
Yeah. To be fair, she's not really into getting married, so it's definitely a bold claim on the podcast. But we'll see. We'll wear it down maybe eventually, and then
Wear her down.
oh mate, that's how it runs, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, then also releasing my debut album. It has to be a personal highlight.
That is some like nice like symmetry and poetry, isn't it? Because this album's been teased for like the better part of 2 years.
Yeah.
And now we're ending the year talking about the release of the album.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good, very like kind of like nice timing, I suppose.
And I guess you've had a few months now since it's come out. And I know you've kind of been up and down and kind of, as everyone post-album is, there's a real roller coaster of emotions. Where are you at the moment with it?
Yeah, we sort of spoke about this, didn't we? And I was having a bit of a like moan and not a moan, but like
A moan.
yeah,
A moan.
No, but it's
Classic
fair, yeah.
Visionobi
You
moan
were
zone.
voicing your emotions in how you were feeling with it.
Yeah, and honestly, what you said, some of the stuff really like hit. It was like, you're always going to have higher expectations than what it is. At the end of the day, it's out there. Like, I put a lot of stuff on social media recently about my personal life and stuff. And, some people hit me up being like, look, at the end of the day, your music's out there. Like, certain people like say it resonates with them. They love it. Nice to get that feedback. I think I'm always going to be a bit niche. I'm not your like textbook MC. I'm not, here doing catchy hooks all the time. I'm more about sort of lacing long sort of story content really and like deep stuff. So I guess it's quite nice to sort of think about it in that light and be like, it will sit there, and then what I make from now on will hopefully draw people back into the listening piece, and it will just keep ticking over time, and maybe it will be something that's appreciated further down the line in a way that I hoped it would be. On reflection, I think I'm happy with how it's gone. It's done well. I wasn't happy with how I promoted it. I sort of went into that the other day with those couple of social posts. I think I've had a lot of social media anxiety for like various different reasons, and I don't feel like I backed it as hard as I probably should have done. And I'm gonna be sort of putting out more content at the moment and kind of keep plugging it, like something what you said last time in it, Jack. You were like, end of the day, mate, like it's never too late. You may as well just keep
100%,
hammering it home. And I did sort of have a period of time when I wasn't doing that, so I really only have myself to blame. So I guess on reflection, I'm happy with the art, not happy with how I promoted it, and I guess moving forward, I'm just going to make sure I'm sort of being more active in a positive way on socials in order to kind of draw people into my music, because it's part and parcel what we got to do. And I'm accepting of that. I guess I just was having a bit of a rough time of it.
Growth.
There we go. That's
Damn,
what we
I
like
love
to
that.
hear.
I love that.
An album launch would be the last thing. Album launch was banging.
Oh, that
sold
was a
out.
great
big
day, that.
Big ups to Everwood for selling out my album launch.
No, mate, that was a sick day.
It
Your
was a
set
good
was
day.
banging as well.
Thanks, man.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Who's going next?
I can go. I've got my notes up.
Go on, boy.
Personal highlights. Well, firstly, I'm just going to say, I was thinking about this on the way over, man. Like, I just think this year's been so crazy for so many people for so many different reasons, negative and positive. And one thing I would say is just well done, everyone, for basically making it to the end of the year relatively intact. Like, that just goes for everyone, like listeners, like all my friends have had some mad stuff go on this year, like inside of music, outside of music. Obviously the world's basically on fire. There's like wars and innocent people getting killed literally every day. So it's just like, it is chaos, man. It costs like £25 to go outside in London now, but like the minute you step out the door. Yeah. So yeah, I think be easy on yourself, basically, man. I was thinking about this the other day because I was like, just as I said about the whole music, I'm not written music in 2.5 months or whatever. Actually, I'm not beating myself up about it, because it's just like, when you look at everything that's been going on, it's like, actually, you know what? You can't do everything all the time. So yeah, I just want to say that, really, like, well done, everyone, because it's, we live in some fucked times, man. And yeah, it's not easy. So good job on staying alive. Yeah. And,
I like that.
That actually feeds into my first one. Not dying's been great. That's been good.
Yeah, that's always a very good thing.
I'll add that to my personal highlights as well. So you not dying.
Yeah, last year was a bit of a madness. And, I've had health issues this year, but nowhere near last year. Still smiling, still doing the things I want to do, traveling, working, DJing, whatever. So to be honest, that's actually just the biggest thing, man. Like, I had a much better year this year than I did last year. So that's good. Other positive stuff, obviously new job, that's been pretty good. Still doing something that I love, kind of working in tech and music, whilst also getting to do GLXY as well. So, I realise I'm in a very privileged position that a lot of people aren't in. So, got to be grateful for that. In terms of music, we've had our best year to date releasing music. I can't remember how many tunes we put out this year. More than one a month, though, I think, in total.
Jesus.
Which is really good. Like, I think when you total it up, it's probably like 13, 14 tunes, including like collabs, remixes or whatever.
Included with that, like EPs being 4 tracks.
So we did two 5-track EPs. and then we did collab with Alex on 1985, and then we did we do a remix? Maybe it was 11 track. Anyway, it's more tracks than we normally release. And they've been received really well, and like commercial success is never
been great EPs, mate.
Yeah, commercial success is never the driver for us, but to see the numbers go up, man, like, is really nice. Still kind of doing what we want to do and doing the sound that we want to do, and I feel like we've actually really developed our sound quite a lot this year.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that to us, like, this is your best work so far, and we feel it as well, and we really do feel it, and appreciate all the support and everything that's come from that. So that's been great, and to be honest, yeah, more of the same next year. We've got loads of stuff to do next year. So yeah, from that side, and then. What else were we doing? I know we're just doing personal at the moment, aren't we? We're not doing other stuff.
You can lead. I know. Let's get.
Yeah,
him
let's
in
do
first.
that.
Come on, Jackie boy.
Get him in. Yeah, man. I think my personal highlights for me have just been. I feel like, especially the last 12 months. Sorry, the 12 months leading up to the last 12 months, the year prior to this one, I felt like off the back of COVID and stuff, I wasn't having fun being back out in the world and traveling and being back in social settings and stuff. I wasn't really enjoying it. And this year has completely flipped that for me. Like, I've been able to visit places. I mean, just before this year, like in October, November time last year, I got to go to Australia and New Zealand for the first time. And then in the last, just in 2023, I've visited Mexico and Japan and been to America twice. And yeah, and I've been meeting people from massive scenes, and I've been meeting people from really, really small, tight-knit scenes. Like I went to fucking Hawaii and played in front of 80 people. I played in front of 80 people. I went to fucking Tokyo and played in front of 100 people and cried during the set. Like, it was, because what a pleasure and what a privilege to go and do that. And yeah, I mean, for me, these highlights, because I think traveling is a luxury that I never thought I'd have. There are a lot of these places are places I never imagined I'd be able to visit. So going there is one thing, but then also being able to, even if it's just for a 24-hour period, but then being able to meet people from that country, but then also be able to perform and play to the very, very small number of people that make up that drum and bass community in that city is a real special thing to be able to do. So yeah, so that's something I'm never ever going to stop taking for granted. And then also with the writing camps as well, like the last 12 months have been, that's also been a really, really good thing in terms of like socializing again, being out with people. Something that I thought because of off the back of COVID, I was struggling with the year before, but going out now this year and sort of building a lot of really, really good relationships with a lot of people that up until that point, your relationship, you see them a lot, but it's always just backstage in a club where you're shouting at each other like over the sound system, or people have had a couple of beers or whatever, or you're high as hell and just like baked and just having a good time, but you're not really,
really stoned.
Yeah, but you're not often like able to build a great connection with that person. But then the writing camps we've been doing recently, where you're spending 48 hours at least with some of these artists, and some of them you're spending the whole week with them, and all you're doing is waking up in the morning, chilling for a bit, like chatting, bonding, and then getting in the studio and writing music all day long until the evening, where you then do exactly what you did in the morning, and then you just rinse and repeat for 7 days. It's like what a lovely way to build relationships with people, especially in this industry. You're all doing it, and it's what we all thrive in, and it's the environments we thrive in as well. And yeah, I mean, the writing camps have just been a game changer for me, and they were a real highlight of the year. And they led to things like Phone Line and Too Shy. So
yeah, it's true.
Or Too Shy specifically, but
and Fine Lines for Us was a writing camp tune. Yeah. So
like they've then led to the successes, the things that have then led to the traveling and everything. So yeah, the writing camps, like it's the foundation.
Well done, Sim.
Yeah, hold tight, Sim.
Yeah, big up Sim for that.
Yeah. I mean, definitely still we need to do a producer only one. That definitely needs to still happen. We need to go and nerd
vocalists. We absolutely hate them.
No, I've enjoyed all the writing camps we've done with all the singer songwriters and stuff have been fantastic, because they've really like given me a new perspective on how and what to write, and
you
like
just
a
get better
different
results
stance
as
on it.
well, man.
Yeah.
Like
You get more
when the
varied results.
vocalist can understand the vision and you can understand what they're
Their
kind
vision,
of
yeah.
at the same time. Honestly, I know people have been writing music in the same studio for years, but as drum and bass producers, we don't tend to get in the same
No,
room.
a lot
so
of the
like,
time you're writing a beat and then you're sending it over to
stems
somebody.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is actually
It's very
you're right.
commonplace.
Just to add, because I didn't realize we're doing like musical personal highlights as well. Just
Oh,
to
right,
kind
yeah,
of build on what you were saying as well. Also, this year working with some of my favorite artists as well. Definitely. Like, doing a tune with Alex and doing a tune with Lawrence and having Lensman do a remix for me in like, if you told me that 10 years ago or like 5 years ago that I'd have them 3 artists like next to Galaxy, I'd been like, nah, that's
I mean,
mad.
you've had the same on your album, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've had things out with DRS and Etherwood, like Zero T, like.
I mean, when the first time I heard Del come back with the vocal, I had a tear in my eye. 100%.
Yeah, of
as well,
course.
to be fair.
Yeah.
It's a sick
like-
tune, to be fair. Yeah.
And like me and Harry have put out tunes with Marky this year again, and then we've done something with Sub Focus. It's like it's been a great year for a lot of people, hasn't it? Like everyone's had it's been a good year.
It's crazy, isn't it? Because it's like it's nice to reflect on that, because having been in the game for as long as we have, it just shows that, like, you know, people I'm sure from like grassroots now that are still into D&B, like they obviously know how much that stuff means, and it is true. Like, it does mean, like, you know, the first time I hosted for certain people, it's like you like pinching yourself, and it's just like how I've ended up here. Like, I used to listen to like these people on tape packs,
100%.
and now I'm like working with them. It's like it is actually just the most beautiful thing to be able to achieve these. You know, sometimes they're like minor, like stepping stones on your career, because there's so many of them, but they're like not, are they? Like,
they're
like
monumental to you,
but
But you have to look back.
100%.
You have to like go back 4, 5, 6, 7 years and remind yourself that, like,
Yeah.
if you knew you were going to do that.
Oh, I don't need reminding.
Yeah,
I don't need
yeah.
reminding. I'm not gonna lie. No, I never.
definitely
I never want. I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
want anybody to have any confusion. Like, me and Harry were gassed
Of
to get in the
course.
studio on multiple occasions and
Yeah.
write with people like Sub Focus and Wilkinson. Like,
Yeah.
and to work with people like Marky. Like, I will never not be gassed off.
Didn't
of
put
that.
my name
Like,
in it, did he? Didn't mention Galaxy. We also wrote a tune to this. Like,
we did. We just got to finish one and
we
actually
have never-
release it. We've written like 7
It's
over the
actually
years,
not.
It's
bro.
actually crazy. We've never
I've
had
got
it.
an
ridiculous.
unfinished tune with you
We've
as well.
never
Yeah.
finished it. No, but you're right though, and it's just like, I guess it's that word gratitude, isn't it, man? Like,
Yeah.
Because when's your 10 years, by the way? Is it this year or next year? Next year.
I think it was this year
was
potentially,
this year.
man.
Didn't
I
do
mean,
anything
well, not
for
since
it.
we released, but
Yeah.
since we started writing music together. It's
First
been 10
release must
years.
be next year, though, surely.
Just cut this out and say, like, it's 9 years. We're going to smash
It's
10 years.
2015, I think, was the first EP.
I
or
think we're also
2014.
2015, 10 years as well.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to do something.
Could be
aren't we,
something
man?
on the cards
Yeah.
there. It could be, yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah,
Swings minds.
20
Yeah.
combined years.
Yeah, that is actually nuts as well, though. Like, how long we've now actually been releasing for.
Wait, 20 combined. Yeah,
That's actually crazy, man.
that is.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Like, the musical, I know we spoke about, like, obviously music's a part of our lives, but obviously we've got more stuff going on. But yeah, it is obviously such a, like, honor, and just, it's amazing to have done the stuff that we've all done, really.
Yeah.
And it feels, like it should never feel normal. That's why I never want it to feel normal.
Yeah. It's never ever gonna ever be mundane.
Yeah, I
None of
want
it
that.
will
I want
be.
that to always be a buzz. So
I think it's easier to keep it less normal if you've got a like actual full-time job as
Yeah,
well. Really,
true.
probably hard. Like you said, no, it's not harder for you because the way you look at things, you're like really appreciative, and you're like, wow, I'm doing
Thanks.
this every day. I'm like working
Yeah.
my dream job. This
Yeah.
is crazy, which is beautiful. But I think some people who are doing full-time that maybe are making music they're like not so into just for the like sort of money slog, and there's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
a
yeah.
few of those like
Yeah.
DJs producers out there. They probably do start to get a
Yeah.
bit like
there's something that really drove us home as well. Actually, when I was waiting for the tube, I saw Icicle posted. Did you see his post that he posted like an hour ago? So he played his last ever show this weekend just gone.
in Austria, isn't it?
Austria,
Yeah.
And, like, she had the video of like the final applause, or whatever. And I was thinking, that is mad, man. Like, I guess for a couple of reasons, like, A, to remind ourselves that nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
So like these moments we have, we should really like cherish them and like really like savor them. And I guess B, like the fact that we still love what we do. I'm not saying he doesn't love music, but he's obviously found something else that he wants to do instead.
Yeah.
It's just a reminder, man. Everything's temporary.
Even that as an example, I remember us booking him for a release show in Southampton when I was about 25, so like 13 years ago, and then he come to an after party and he was like him, SP and a few people, and it was like the first time we'd knocked about with them.
Yeah, which is mad. Thinking about that now.
Yeah,
Thinking
literally.
about how many afters we've been to them lot.
yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah, big up Icy though, man. What a guy,
Yeah,
what a
yeah,
career
innit?
as well,
Legend.
man. Yeah, shout out Jerome, man.
Yeah.
Crazy good producer.
Jack, what about your scene highlights then? You may as well lead it on. Did you make notes for that? Or
I don't know whether I
take that.
I don't know whether I.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I'm looking at him right now, mate.
Give him some prompts.
No, do you know what? Actually, I like the fact that almost collectively there has been this like unified opinion, even if it's just an opinion and people are talking about the idea of it. I know it's harder to do it than it is to just talk about it, but the fact that everybody is like seemingly trying to push the idea of smaller club nights again.
Yeah.
Everybody seems hungry for this, and like a year or two ago, I don't really think that this was everybody's, and I mean everybody's sort of a talking point for everybody, whereas now it really is. Like every single person you bump into on the road, out in the clubs and stuff, is saying deep, dark, dingy clubs. That's
Back
what we
to the
want.
underground.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think it's only a matter of time until people like, there are promoters out there that I've got every bit of faith that they will begin to just hear that message and will begin. They'll have their larger events where it's for profit, but they'll also start looking into those kind of smaller events where it's about just sort of taste and vibe and just sort of catering to both of those audiences. Because I think there's more of I think people are happier to accept that there's accept a wedge between those sort of two demographics of crowd.
Yeah,
It's just about promoters kind of finding an appropriate way for them to invest in it, because it needs to be something that's profitable as well.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. So I had basically the same things. We might as well combine the conversation.
Literally, yeah. We all put it.
I was way framing it in my mind is that I can see like the very, very tiny green shoots of the underground coming back a little bit. I guess the caveat, and this is going to be the challenge for 2024 and beyond, is actually making money from it.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, all of these small nights are free events, effectively. So obviously people aren't getting paid or whatever. So it's great that this is the start, but we need to find a way to cultivate that and make that kind of the bedrock of drum and bass again. So like in terms of like, actually people getting paid for it or whatever. But the vibe, like, it's like the Shogun sessions, which I put as a particular highlight.
100%.
Especially since they moved to Corsica. I mean, the other place was great, but Corsica's obviously got the sound system and everything. I've only been to one. I missed the big back-to-back. Obviously, I was in Berlin, but it pops, mate.
It's sick.
It
It's so
absolutely
good,
pops off. So I'd love that for that to continue and for that to become a thing where there's an opportunity to make money from it as well. Obviously, so people can get back to paying their bills with DJing, basically.
Agreed.
But yeah, the fact that, but also I guess the good thing about it is that it's then also, you're talking about the wedge between the demographics. Actually, if you look at those sessions nights, it's still pretty young, man. Like, it's midweek as well, so actually it has to be young, because as a 32-year-old man, I'm not going to a midweek rave.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I mean, a
I've got
wedge
job.
between the demographics of the people that like will potentially pay £5 to £10 to go to a small club night, and then the people that are like, no, screw that, I'd rather just spend 40 quid on a ticket to a massive 20,000 cap thing.
Drum
like,
sheds.
do you know what I mean? It's like there are going to be people that just want those big scale shows, and they just want a big blowout like day out. and
Interestingly,
stuff.
though, you know what's interesting about that, and this is no shade on big clubs nights, but actually, I've not been to drum sheds yet, but I've not heard the most glowing
No, I've
reviews
heard
of it so
no,
far.
I've not heard
and
many.
that's
Not sound system wise.
across a varying nights as well. Like obviously, I know the one I'm gutted about is that Salt did their gig there last week, but it was £100 a ticket and it sold out in like 30 seconds. So I didn't get one for that. But you know, all the like, I know people went to the Mass Tiempo night on the weekend, just gone. Obviously, there's been other nights. Yeah, like, I think the visual experience is really good for it, but actually as a raving experience, it's actually not the best, because like, you know, queue 45 minutes for a drink, queue an hour for the toilet.
That's it. People
queue an hour to get in, hour to get out. Like,
the most common sort of response I've had from people when asking people who have been there about it is like, it clearly was something that sounded great on paper, but not so great in practice currently. But then again, each person I've spoken to has only been there once. So, and it's only 3 people.
But the first thing
they got
huge
time to
demographic.
kind of tweak it though.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I mean,
like
it's still a new venue and it's a tough one to put on. I would imagine.
Printworks, like sound wise, I guess, like, you know, the main room, I know it wasn't the best, but
it took a while.
It definitely
for them to
sounds
improve
like
on
it
that,
was.
didn't
It's better than what Drum Sheds was, but their room
Smaller
2 at Printworks.
But I remember
was paying.
one of the first
it
drum
was
and bass
sick.
events that they did was a UKF thing, I think, and that's when me and Harry played in the room 2 there, and I remember the room 1 sound in Printworks really wasn't very good, and then you look at it 4 years later and it was so much better. But they had time to improve on it. It's never going to be perfect first time around in a large space like that.
A room that big though, because pretty much you got to remember it's only 6K.
Yeah. Drum Sheds, what's 20,000?
15K in room 1. 15K. So a room that big is actually
that's
very hard
insane.
to get the sound actually good. So I
guess it's going to be interesting to see like who's going to be willing to take the risk on that Friday or Saturday night in LDN, innit, to like make it work. I think Bristol is more of a thing, you know, that stuff happens. Like it's definitely, I think this is maybe, it's not completely and utterly, but it's a more London centric argument, I would say.
And probably Manchester with Warehouse Project to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But you're right. Bristol hasn't really got that one mega club, so it's a bit more spread out.
We say Motion ain't really a mega club, but it's
2K or something.
It's pretty big still.
It's big, but I mean, like, not to the scale. You could run
if you open all the rooms of Motion, is it 2K? It's got to be more than that.
But you could definitely run a night at Motion and still run a night somewhere else, and both probably do all right.
Yeah.
Whereas I think, honestly, for drum and bass in London, if Drum Sheds does a night, that's gonna
on a Friday.
That's gonna eat up most of it. Man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, I guess, is that let's just hope that the dingy kind of community and culture and that kind of like that everything we mentioned, like the essence of what it is to be in a rave and like experience a sound system and actually not be blown away by like mad visuals, just like subtle little hits here and there, and actually just be all about the music and, you know, cliche, cringe, the journey kind of vibe. Like I feel like if that does start to hit and people do take the risk, then
what we need though
could be in for a fun.
Not to get all political, but I'm going to get a little bit political. What we actually need for people in the next general election, let's vote for a party that actually wants to do something like this cost of living crisis, because it's where it all stems from, man. Like, people can't afford to put these nights on, man. Like I
think we're kind of preaching to the choir here. I would imagine most of our demographic and listeners 100%. Are probably well aware of this.
But tell your 70-year-old nan to stop voting for the idiots, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, like it's mad.
What was
best tune at
best
this point?
tunes? God, I could go with this one. So I kind of did a thing where I picked my favourite tunes from other people, then the favourite tune that I've worked on. Probably, And actually, now that I think about it,
as well.
Now that I think about it, was it the favourite tune I've worked on? For multiple reasons. Anyway, so I put favourite tunes. Hylogen's Lost Friends, beautiful track.
That's in mine as well.
Obviously, very sentimental as well for Lawrence. Just a really, really beautiful track. Just expertly done. Favorite tune that we worked on, probably not my favorite tune like sonically, but I guess milestone moment was definitely Green Lane 1985 with Alex, just because.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this on the notes earlier, I creased because I was like, John's put one of his own tunes.
But I'm just gonna caveat. I was caveat.
I only did it because he did it. I was but
I think it's nice.
It's actually really beautiful to hear the story behind why you did that, because seeing it on a Google Doc, I was like, arrogant fuck.
Well, to be honest, for that same reason, it would be Unconditional with Lawrence as well. Just like the collabs that we did this year were just like really like the first time. And we don't do a lot of collabs either, so it was just nice to be able to put those out with people that we've respected for a long time. And then if I was going to add just a GLXY original tune with no collab on it, or like a feature, probably. I don't know, but I actually love Chaos. Yeah, the title tune from the latest EP, the garagey drum and bass one. That one, it's a cool tune, man. And then lastly, I put Too Shy as well. I was there when it was getting written, so it's just a mad tune. And Iam is such a sick vocalist. She's so talented.
She's so good.
And also, you know what's nice? Don't take this the wrong way, but. Well, it's not even take it the wrong way. I'm just going to say it. Like, I think it was so nice to see you do something like Phone Line, which was clearly like a bit more commercial, and do so well with it. But then also put out a tune like Too Shy, which I think had the underground engaged as well, because I've heard every DJ play that tune, like a variety of DJs, maybe some you wouldn't even expect to play that tune.
Yeah.
And also do really well. So I think, credit to you guys basically because doing a release after Phone Line must be difficult because that was such a runaway success.
That was terrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
I spoke to Harry about that. Honestly, I spoke to Harry about it before, and he was like, "Man, like." He was. I'm sure you as well feeling the pressure of like, what do we do now? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
just registering of like 10 million streams. Like, what do we do now?
At one point, I was like worried that this could be causing greys. Like, this could be like the thing that brings on my first grey hair. Like, I was just stressing about like that. But at one point.
Hashtag first world problems. Oh, how do I follow this tune? It got 10 million streams.
Yeah, all right, okay, yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's a really twatty thing to say. I know.
No, it's not. John said it, not you, so it's fine.
But like, there's a bit of like personal pressure there.
But this is like what's interesting. We were talking about the whole like full-time drum and bass, part-time drum and bass with a job or whatever. This is the downside to me of having a full-time job as a producer. Is that pressure for me personally, from an outside point of view, would increase more if that is your main source of income.
Well,
right?
that was it. That phone line came out 4 months after I went full time.
Yeah.
And like, so like Harry had been doing it for a couple of years prior, and for me, I was it suddenly really like
we need to do this all the
settled
time.
in. I was like, shit, man. Like, I hope this does well.
Yeah,
I think the pressure's totally valid, man. I was only like taking the mic, like it is. It's tough, though. The music industry's not an easy place to be. Like you could be yesterday's news in like 5 minutes. It's like you've got to stay on it. Yeah,
but also we're just writing what we want to write. So.
Yeah, but that's please just keep doing that. Basically.
Oh yeah, not gonna stop.
To be honest, actually, now that I'm here, because I wrote that while I was actually working, so I wasn't really paying attention too much to the notes. But other tunes that I can think of that I've loved this year, Breakage Style, ridiculous tune. You guys go. I think there's some more whilst you guys are going. But yeah, Breakage Style definitely.
I had Undercurrent with
of course.
Strategy and Sustenance.
How could I forget about Oscars?
Because I wanted to rep a MC track. And obviously our boy Sustenance.
Yeah, to be
who
fair,
smashed it with the album.
The album was sick.
Everything, like
so
killer.
good.
So yeah, he needed a shout. That's the only. I had Lost Friends as well. And I would have said Too Shy probably as well. I was like, I'm copying John at this point.
Yeah. We've got similar taste, man. That's what happens,
exactly.
Isn't it?
It's cool.
Didn't you put Escapologist in there as well?
I did actually. I put one of my own in there because I was like following suit.
Antidote's my favourite off your album.
Yeah,
for sure. For sure.
The reason I put Escapologist is because I was a bit upset. I think I spoke about this. I didn't do a single campaign for that track, and I feel like it should have been a single, that one. And it's one that maybe got a bit slept on. And out of all the things that I've written, it's just
Asking and No,
it was man. Honestly, some of the little touches they've done to my vocal in that tune are dope, man.
They're very good.
They absolutely killed it.
Producers.
And the verse is just like about, just talking about is there more, like, to ironically more to life, which is another track on my album, but it's like, is there more to our existence than what we see, and talking about like space and just like, whether there's like extraterrestrial life out there and sort of stuff. And it's like quite wild, but like I feel like I kind of nailed
heavy into shrooms when you wrote that one.
Yeah. Do you know what I was actually watching when I wrote that? I was watching Brian Cox, The Universe.
Nice.
And actually I was living with my parents because I was saving for a yard. So I moved back to my parents for a year, and I went to Sheffield and I got gifted a weed pen. So a really, really strong oil weed pen in bed watching Brian Cox, The Universe bore that tune,
just
basically.
bars.
Yeah, literally just writing absolutely like.
And that's how you find inspiration.
No wonder it's been
shout out weed.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out weed. Yeah, all day, every day.
No wonder it's been missing since those days. Then,
literally.
I was joking, but to be fair, I don't really blaze. It was just I got addicted to the pen, and then I had to put the pen in the bin.
Addicted to the pen.
Yeah, man.
That could be a great album title for you, mate. Addicted to the pen.
Hey. What you got then, Jack?
I mean, I did an ego one, but mainly because of the contribution that had nothing to do with me. But Marky, Colours of My Mind with Sam Wills. I just cannot get my head over how beautiful Sam Wills is. Beautiful, like how beautiful Sam Wills' vocal.
How beautiful Sam Wills is,
and how beautiful he is, man. Like,
he's a good-looking man.
He's a stunning man.
He's a good-looking
but also
man.
with a gorgeous voice as well.
That was so fun. How
and then
beautiful Sam is.
Literally, you're gonna go back and try and cut that. You ain't gonna be able to.
No, I'm not gonna be able to.
Own it.
I'm owning that. And then also the Justin Hawkes remix of Aurora by Cameron Crooked.
I'll be honest, I've not heard it.
I love it. It's so sort of similar to the original, but just like amped up. And I think it's a really, really, really good remix and a really good take on an original track that I really, really like and have got fond memories of.
This is a side of Jack that I'm not friends with, by the way.
Yeah.
Mate, I think
the Cameron Crooked side.
Nah, I'm joking, man. Shout out Cameron. I love them. I love them guys. Man. Come on,
waste man. And then John's the waste man. And then another favourite of mine is Carbon Footprint by Strategy. Just because it's an absolute banger.
Yeah.
Almost any.
Yeah, no, you do.
Every single
do.
strategy tune that comes out goes on like my daily rotation.
Do you know what?
playlist.
To be honest,
Like,
Big Strats is coming in a different
It's ridiculous.
Since
It's
COVID hit and he
absolutely
started doing them
ridiculous.
freestyle videos.
Yeah.
Bruv.
Honestly, any UK MC in the game, like I don't think I always talk to Gera, a guest,
Yeah.
about it, because he was like, you seen these fucking Strats videos when it was like lockdown, and we were just both like gassing it, and then it was just so beautiful to see it turn from that into like a whole new, like, I'm doing this new project, and like everything that came with it, and like honestly, for
Did that
UK
stuff with,
MCs right now, it's got to be like.
Cartridge, wasn't it? He did
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah. He did like a whole EP with Cartridge.
Yeah.
And like the syllable
Regents as well.
flow Techers is just
Mate,
another level, man.
I genuinely do
game
think
changer.
anybody who turns around and has an opinion on who like one of the best UK MCs is right now,
Yeah.
I think I could find a 16 from Strats that would be like that could challenge.
Yeah,
100. I really think you
Yeah.
can. Like,
Yeah.
he's that fucking good. Like,
He really is that good. Yeah.
Also, shout out Flowdown, man. What a year.
Oh
he's-
yeah,
what a
yeah,
year he's
yeah.
had,
What
man.
the hell?
I saw that man at the boxing in Dubai, like on the main stage performing. I was like, that is nuts, man. Like, for
Really?
for the what fight was it? The Tyson Fury, the guy from UFC. What's his name?
No, yeah, the joke fight recently.
The massive one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why have I forgotten his name? Anyway, yeah, he was Flowdown was performing on that show, like one of the biggest
That's
boxing
mad.
fights ever. Like it was crazy.
That's
man.
mad.
Yeah. So UK MCs, man, doing bits at the moment.
He
You're
was
a lover,
looking
not a
at us
fighter.
to
You're a lover, not a
understand-
fighter, weren't you?
Well, no, he was looking at us to know who he was talking about.
My
but
brain's just not working. Francis Ngannou, there we go.
I still don't even know who that is, bro.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest fights ever. Whatever.
That leads us on to like quite nicely to who smashed 2023, then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Really.
I was still thinking about tunes for some reason.
Of
You know what it
course.
is? Yeah, I just tunes that I play out. I don't know if they've been released, not released,
Yeah, that's
or
it.
released in 2022.
A lot of tunes. I had to check this
this is the
earlier.
problem.
So many of the
Yeah,
tunes
yeah.
that I'm playing in my sets recently are just things that are pre 2023
or not released.
or
Yeah,
are
yeah.
dubs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
There's so many things.
Basically, it's been a bad year for drum and bass.
It's not, no, it's not been a bad year for drum and bass. I think I was just trying to look for the things that I've just consistently gone back to. Like what are the things that have been played 50 times over the last 12 months
yeah.
for me in sets,
I just
and they
thought
are
of
things
one.
from 2022 or dubs. Like,
Is it 2023 though?
Do you know?
Azzy FM. He's done a tune. Well, we literally play it every single set.
Do you know what the flip of this is? Is from an MC point of view, it's like I'm like, if I heard that tune, it'd be that tune. But remembering the tune names and stuff,
Yeah.
because I'm not seeing it, I'm not putting it on a USB stick. Obviously, I am with a little
Yeah.
bit of DJing here and there, but it's not a weekly occurrence, so
Yeah.
it's difficult to keep track.
I'm
sometimes.
terrible. I either remember the track name or the artist. That's it. It's
Yeah.
one or the other. I cannot.
My
I haven't got the
memory's
brain
awful.
cells to
Bro, what
comprehend more than one of those.
There's an Azzy FM tune. We literally play it every set. And again, this is that mic freezing up, like forgetting the name of tunes. We literally play it every
Is it-
single set. Oh, it might be 2020. Oh, I don't know actually. Is it? Oh, no, all crew. Yeah, there we go. That's 2023. Yeah,
Okay.
that's up there for me.
Well done.
We literally play that literally all the time. Yeah, what a tune. Shout out Aiden, man. Who's been smashing it? Who's been smashing it for you this year, Jack?
Boo. Credit where credit's due. Credit goes to Boo. I think he's smashed it
That
on
could
all
be a
fronts.
vocal on his next
Yeah. Go on, bruv. There you go. That's
sample
one
it.
for you.
Sample that.
I mean, every year he's smashing it, but he has just killed it. And I think the EP that he put out recently, like that he put out on Gossip's really, really good. There's a couple on there that I've been playing in our sets that they're sick tunes.
I don't know why that one line is just
Really
hit
tickled you,
me
yeah.
differently, man. I'm gonna be gone in a minute.
Camo Crooked, Mephius and Modus, like the label and everything, like I really like what they're doing because there's a lot of melody and heaviness kind of being combined across those artists and the artists they're releasing on their label. And I think any addition to melody and like being brought back into drum and bass, where I think there's no denying the last few years especially that's like it's been less of a priority for a lot of people. I think any melody welcomed back is a good thing.
We like notes. We like notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of notes.
Yeah, all of the notes.
Yeah, all
I
of
don't know
the
how. I
notes.
can't remember how many notes there are in an
Yeah,
octave.
more than 12. Come on, man.
Bro, I don't. I'm hard. Hamdi.
Okay, yeah. I didn't realize we were doing this any genre.
Yeah, I'm just doing everything, bruv. And then Shogun
going off
Drake.
No, we established the other week. No one cares what Drake has to say anymore, bruv.
He's smashing it.
No one cares what he has to say.
I don't even
and then
follow that.
Shogun Sessions has just been killing it as well.
we're doing events, are we? As
Bruv,
well?
yeah. The question was who smashed it?
All right.
There's my answers.
My mate Steve from work, he smashed it as well.
Yeah, well done, Steve. I don't know what he's done.
Got
Give us some
promotion in
context.
that.
Well
I
done.
know, man. No, I didn't realize it was a free for all like that. All right, fair enough. Similar tip in terms of just like being an unstoppable force. I put Boo as well, and also Mosey. Undeniable.
Man.
Like that guy is everywhere. Actually, can't not see him at this point on social media. Like he's. Yeah, I think I said it before. He's just he's an unstoppable force. He's still funny as well. I'm not bored of it yet, so keep going, Mike. Smashing it. On a music tip, I would say, well, you and Harry, undoubtedly. I think that has to go.
Stop it.
Yeah, and I don't like breading you when you're here in front of me, but I have to because you guys are really good and you're really successful, man. So like they're literally unquestionable.
You're too kind.
Yeah, I think the year of Pola and Bryson, if it wasn't this year, it's definitely next year in terms of really just being the top.
Bless you, man.
It's coming for sure.
You can vote for yourself next year in that category, Jack.
Yeah.
It'll be undeniable.
Yeah.
That should be your goal for 2024.
You want to join that unstoppable rank with like Boo and Mosey basically next year, I think.
Pressure.
I mean, musically, actually, I only put 3 people that musically, loads of people in my eyes have smashed it. So, as if I'm going to shout out again, I think he smashed it. To come as a newcomer, be on a label like Must Make, and make the music he's making, which is like pretty unique. It's like jungly, but it's a bit gritty. It's a bit liquidy at times. Like it's just wicked. Keep going, mate. I put Chesco. I just love everything that guy does. He's like. Yeah, one of my favorite producers, also an all-round lovely guy. Actually, that Saturday was the first time I've ever seen him DJ, which is crazy to me, man. So Rich and him played a set at Eli's launch night.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Shout out Eli as well.
It was sick. Yeah,
well
Eli's
done.
killing it.
Well done for putting on two headline shows back to back. Chesco, man, Fran's set. He just plays all the music I love.
Right, he's so much fun to play with, man. Like, I played with him in Tomorrowland as well, and he actually he dropped like probably the most banging line of the year. It's like, this is the first festival I've played. And like my jaw literally hit the floor.
Tomorrowland was the first festival ever played.
Yeah, he's like, this is the first festival I've been booked for. I was like, you're on a mad one, bro.
Trust me, he's on a mad.
Yeah,
some of the stuff he's working on.
Obviously
he's done that EP that just came out in 1985 with 4 absolute bangers.
Mate,
on it.
he's so sick.
He's making me love dubstep again.
Sick.
Like that tune with Hamdi, that swinking tune, that GITP is it as well. Like, mate, that EP is nuts, man. We will write tune. We say every time we see each other, we're going to write tune together. We're actually talking about it now. We're going to do it. So that'd be nice. Write garage tune. He's
sick, man. It's nice to like. He's obviously like still plays D&B and stuff, but he's got that garagey dubstep vibe. He's just doing something alternative.
He just sees his sound as that rather than like a genre. He's just like, I'm just gonna make music, and like, and if it's a garage tune, if it's a dubstep tune, it's a drum and bass tune. Whatever, it's Chesco in it, so it's like I love that when people can do that and do it well. And I think he's in that rare mold that people that can just kind of just create music and he's just banging.
Oh, I love that he's doing it.
So he smashed it. Shout out Oscar Sustenance, he smashed it. To be honest, the whole Shogun crew's fucking smashed it this year. Now I think about it, Shogun, it's not a bad label, is it? It's all right. Yeah, it's good.
Getting back to the heyday.
Getting back to the heyday for sure. Obviously, shout out the usual suspects. Lawrence has smashed it. Loads of people, man. We've got a bit who to watch out for, so I won't go into the newcomers yet. But it's exciting at the moment. It's exciting. It's weird. Like sometimes I feel excited, sometimes I don't feel excited. But then when I sit down now and think about all the music I have enjoyed this year, I'm still excited. Like it's easy to kind of get a bit down in the dumps about some things about drum and bass a lot of the time.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Yeah, I'm so positive all the time. But honestly though, but that's the thing, that you surround yourself with people that you're inspired by, and I think the circles that we've got, they're doing bits and it's inspiring, and people are working together more. I'm loving this whole kind of collaboration with like outside artists as well. When I say outside, I mean they're not traditionally drum and bass as well. I think that's really cool. It's wicked, man. Now goes my TED talk on drum and bass in 2023. Well done, everyone.
Jack was giving me the look like he thought he was going to skip me then, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
No. That's just me concluding my piece.
I was hoping it was going to happen. I was there. I was ready. It just didn't happen.
I'm less tired these days. I think when I was doing it before, I was probably on the verge of going to hospital again. So I was just like,
no, you played that one well, John. Oh, poor John. Yeah. Cuss is rich every week, but let's feel sorry for John. Yeah.
Sorry, my organs failed. Fucking hell.
Just dying out here, Rich. You were like cussing me off.
They only really had one job, mate, and that was to not fail.
And so
my first one was DRS, man. And
I'm going to surprise everyone, by the way. Rich has named at least 3 MCs.
Do you know what? I came late to the pod. It was nice to see us like editing it all at like different times, and I got to this one after you lot had, and I was like, look, I could say the same names that you just said, but I thought I may as well take a MC centric angle on this one, just seeing I am one of those people. And basically DRS, nothing makes me happier than seeing like DRS headline some massive show on his J's with some mates, DRS in session, like, you know, vocalist at the forefront, MC who's like humble, just a beautiful human being whose message is just so honest and just so him. He's so genuine. It's like authentic. It's like everything we are talking about, this underground scene. It's like he is that with every piece of music he does. There's so much integrity. And it's like, this is a guy who's come before me in the game and is like paving the way for everyone to kind of follow, and is like, you know, selling out, you know, headline shows in London, in Bristol, in Manchester, wherever he's doing it, you know. And I think, from that perspective, obviously release wise, been doing a few different bits. Like, it's not like an album out this year, did he? Which is unusual for him, I think. Was it? Yeah, he hasn't an album out this year. I don't think he has.
I don't think so.
I think it was Was it last year?
Was it the Shogun one? Was the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah, Shogun was the last one. That was last year, wasn't it? I know he's working on another one.
It was the start of this year, potentially.
Start of this year.
Mate, I'll look it up. My signal is booky. I'll look it up. But
anyways, regardless of that, it's more just from a live perspective. I just think like it's just a beautiful thing to see like a MC like smashing it that hard and like paving the way for everyone else. SP, just because, you know, he's playing with like Joy Orbison. You know, just gets the pick of the crop of D&B artists you want to play with. It's like,
from a production point of view as well,
valid.
He's been smashing it, and I mean, I've not seen Stu in a while, and I've missed Stu's like green room chats, and I had a really good one with him Steelyard last month. And he was telling me he's been getting some DMs from some serious people, man.
Really?
On these tunes, like some serious. I won't say too much, but like Stu,
that's beautiful.
Big up Stu, man. Like,
much deserved, man. Yeah. Again, like kind of like Chesko, you know, just doing his own thing, coming with a different angle. Yeah, I mean, honestly, next level. Like, what a G. And like from an MC perspective, live environment, like it's like hosting for like Joy Orbison, hosting for like dubstep, like literally he can just host for anyone. Do you know what I mean?
He's
like just patterns
that guy, isn't it, man?
Yeah, 100. Then I'd say Monroe and Dusky, but the main focus was Dusky because he's just absolutely killing it. Like,
them two together, honestly, they need their own YouTube channel, man. Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 100%. Mate, that 30 days I spent with them in New Zealand was the best 30 days of my life. Like, it was amazing.
Honestly,
it was so funny.
They're the funniest too. Like, I was with them in Amsterdam last weekend, and just like it's
but also they're like a proper tour de force with this sort of like duo pairing that they've got. The two of them, like, they are real. Like
the synchronicity is real with them too.
100%.
Yeah, like brothers, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is a cute little relationship, isn't it?
But Dusky specifically,
cute is the word. That is the word. Yeah.
Come on. Lens, like, absolutely smashed it this year. Like, absolutely, like, killed it. I just think going from strength to strength, just like murking the game, like playing everywhere every weekend.
I watched a bit of her sessions, Shogun sessions, man. Levels, man.
It's really difficult to get like more than 5 minutes into any one of her sets without just kind of feeling really humbled. Isn't it? It is hard. Same with Amma as well. Like,
there's a few DJs that I just look, I'm just like, I need to do more.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the tune selection as well as
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the technical skill. It just it's
On-
very impressive.
On that note, I chucked AMC in there, because like I love Alex, and he just
Yeah,
he
he's-
hits on a set differently, man. The talent he has on a pair or two pairs of CDJs is insane. And I was at Virus at the weekend, and it's the reason that it was fresh in my mind to like chuck him in there. And like Phantom and him had a killer year. You know, he got like best MC nomination. Like, you know, Luton Bedford boys like smashing it. But like
Out of Luton Bedford.
yeah, isn't it? That's the vibe, mate. Near my ends, isn't it? And honestly, the set he played at Virus was just mad. It was like it's 20 years of Virus, so he's like drawing for like old school Virus bangers. And I just feel like if you want someone to come and play a set at your label night that's celebrating a certain amount of years,
100%, yeah.
Alex
He's
will
one of the
put
best.
the effort in, man,
He's-
to
yeah.
draw. Like he'll
That's
be
it.
like, oh, let me pick all the iconic, and honestly, and then he'll merge it with whatever and do like some crazy 3-day mix. Honestly, bruv, I turned up tired, hungover, having like napped in the evening, like going to London on the train because I don't drive anymore.
Really?
Like it was literally like in like a really like, oh man, I can't be arsed. It's like 25 years of Virus. It's like one of the labels that got me into D&B, although the sound maybe now, like no disrespect to them, it's not really something I'm super into. I played with audio, smashed the set, it was sick, it was a vibe. But I turn up, I was like, oh yeah, AMC's playing. I hadn't even, I'd seen it on the thing, but like wasn't paying attention. I was like, I need to sleep, like I'm old. Like, and then got there about 45 minutes before and was just, honestly, he just kicked me into gear, mate. It was like, it was insane what he done. And it was like the Virus Classics hour, like we mixed with, you know, new bits and whatever else.
See, that's what I love about him, is that like he's not just, I think that's why he's so deserving of that award that he's getting every year now, is that like he is not only just such a technically skilled DJ, he's so on doing these themed sets, and he brings that
the digging
same
deep
sort
stuff
of
is sick, man.
he brings the same
liquid
sort
one
of
he did was
technical
so sick.
skill
Yeah.
and like thought and depth and breadth of music selection into every themed set he does, as much as he does his normal shows.
It's one of those things.
It's really
like,
impressive.
He's one of them DJs where like it's not everyone's cup of tea, but everyone knows how good he is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and everyone, there's no denying it.
Yeah,
like,
but everyone knows how good he is. Like it's like undeniable fact.
yeah.
And then my last one was quite lucky Romania, because they booked me 3 times this year, so they were responsible for 50% of my 2023 gigs. No, big up them lot, man. I had a sick time. Electric Castle, we played together. We played out there, and then I think I started the year with them as well. So may as well end
we
the
played
year
with
giving
them in for hospitality as well, didn't we?
Yeah. You had it in yours actually. I'm not like
exactly,
it was in your notes, and it kind of like nudged me to be like, you know what, these lot have booked me more than I think. Maybe like
I've
Alex
played
Free from
3
Sleep
times.
might have something to say about that, but like probably him and
I think outside the UK, I think they booked us the most this year potentially, and I think we played 3 shows with them in Romania, and it's always a lovely place to go, isn't it? Because it's somewhere far enough away, but still yet sort of on the continent. It's almost as far as you can get from
we
the
had that
UK.
in
That's got
Bulgaria
quite
the
a
other day.
thriving scene, isn't it? When you go to like Romania and Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Similarly, if you get to go to Finland or Russia, it feels like this is as far away
Not
as
anymore.
you can get in. Yeah, well, no, obviously not now.
Not anymore.
But Finland and Estonia, it's like this is as far away from the UK as you can
Yeah, we
get
did
in
Thailand
Europe.
this year as well. Actually.
Yeah, and it's always great going out because they've got really strong scenes.
The
as
clubs
well.
are sick as well.
Yeah.
The clubs that we had one in Bulgaria like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Similar thing, like
Bulgarian and Romanian clubs are sick.
club had a carpet in it, a rug. Never seen that before.
Dope.
But also had a void sound system. So I was like,
Yeah,
safe. I was like, safe.
Yeah, there's always dope venues in that part of the world, man. I really, really enjoy them. There's always like a real industrial sort of flex to them.
Yeah, nice.
Played a great place at hospitality in Tallinn recently.
Nice.
And
What was it
in
called? Do you remember what it's called?
No, it was
Wasn't Rock City?
No, I can't remember.
that?
Can't remember, but it's I'm gonna find out. But it was it's like a proper old, like it's like a little mini Printworks. It was dope.
Nice.
Like it was a sick little space, and it had like lounge areas and stuff away from the music, which had like
Beautiful.
deck chairs and like food trucks and stuff, and it was all indoors.
Nice.
It's a real vibe.
Yeah, some of the speaking of things, we're reminiscing about gigs this year as well. Like, yes, the clubs and the scene and the hospitality, not the label, the hospitality of the countries.
Yeah.
In Europe, always is it's a very humbling, very nice thing because they're just so
Beautiful.
like on it, man, and they're so grateful for you to be there. Like we had another one. In terms of clubs and sound system, it's gonna hard to top this one. Played in Basel. for the QZB boys. They've got a venue now called Alicia, which the sound system's probably the best I've ever heard. Like I think I told you before, it's like literally it's like a probably 300 cap, not big, like 400 cap. But the whole, it's like a giant, it's almost like being in a giant studio.
Yeah.
And like everything is tuned and the speakers are recessed into the wall, but like the whole rig's like into the wall. Like I remember when we got booked for it, Stu messaged me like, I see you've been booked for that, it's the best. It's, like Break said it's the best he's played on.
Wow.
Like it's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
High acclaim.
Yeah. Like it's a joke. So if you ever get out of it, mate, mind blown. But yeah, shout out to the Euro promoters, man.
What 100%. System is it? Do you know?
I have no idea. I feel like it must be a custom jobby, man. Like,
really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sick. Had some great European shows this year.
Did Stu say that himself? He would have said Sinai, wouldn't he? Surely.
Yeah, I actually can't remember what the system was, but it was serious, man. It was so serious. Big. Yeah. Shout out QZB as well. They smashed it this year. So I just remember
they did,
their album's sick.
Yeah.
They toured a load. Yeah. And just, again, two lovely men. Yes.
Love that.
Before we move on to 2024, I want to hear the story about
yeah.
Oh,
some people might have seen it on the Pola and Bryson Instagram story, but Jack, it sounds like you had a bit of an ordeal in Baltimore.
So,
which is, by the way, that's where The Wire is set.
Yeah.
So you know.
So
yeah.
I got to Baltimore at like 11:30. Like I got into my Airbnb. I landed very late and flew from Vegas to Baltimore. And got to my Airbnb.
Sounds like a Drake track. So Vegas to Baltimore. Sounds like a type of Drake track.
But dumped all my stuff in the Airbnb. Dropped off all my bags. Took everything out of my pocket.
Were you playing that night as well?
No. I wasn't playing till the Friday. This was like a Wednesday night. I was rocking up into Baltimore.
Right, you spent 4 days in Baltimore?
Yeah, 3 days in Baltimore.
What was that like?
I was going to go to like Washington for the day, but I'll get on to why I didn't shortly. But so I sat down and I was like, right, it's like midnight midnight at this point. I need to order some food. So I ordered some food, go outside the building to go and collect it. And you needed a code, and it was the same code to get through into the building and then up the lift and then into the apartment. Same code. So I got back into the building, no problem. Got into the lift.
With the food?
With the food. Got into the lift, no problem. And then couldn't get into the apartment. And all I've got on me, so I'm starting to panic a little bit. I'm like messaging Airbnb support, and they're like, well, we're trying to
your phone at least.
Had my phone with me. And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to call the host. So I'm calling the host at midnight. She's not answering. Calling her. Airbnb support. I've got like an emergency phone number for her. They're calling her. She's not answering. At about an hour after this, I'm like, right, okay, maybe I've got to go to a hotel. Airbnb support are saying that they'll give me money back for the hotel. So I then call a hotel and I'm like, right, so can I come and check in to a room? All I've got on me is my coat and my phone. I've got no ID.
That sounds so sketchy.
My passport's inside the apartment. My wallet's inside the apartment.
I'm definitely not dodgy.
Well, I explained the story. I was like, I'm locked out of my Airbnb apartment.
Yeah. Like, you had food. Nothing. Wait, what did you order?
I ordered a Mackey's, just like a simple straight Mackey's.
So you were fed at least.
Yeah, I had like some double cheeseburgers and some fries.
That's
and stuff.
Good.
Unfortunately, so I called like 3 different hotels. They were like, we can't help you, I'm afraid. They just weren't on it at all. And 3:30 in the morning, I'm like, right, I need some cigarettes at this point. Like I'm just done waiting, and sitting on the floor outside the apartment door. So I found there was a gas station about 25-minute walk away.
7-Eleven?
No, there was nothing open that late. But I found a gas station, walked about 25 minutes through Baltimore at 3:30 in the morning.
This is what's cracking me up, by the way.
To get cigarettes.
I don't know if you've seen The Wire, but
bruv. I mean, I was in quite a nice part.
I was going to say, you weren't in.
I was in a nice part of town, but it still wasn't like nice, bro. It was still a bit like rogue. And and then I bumped into some police officers, and they were like, well, if you. Like they overheard me explaining my story because the woman over the counter was like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "London," and she was like, "What are you doing here in Baltimore?" And I'm like, "Well, here's the story." I was like, "I was meant to just be staying here for a couple of nights, but I'm currently like locked out of my Airbnb overnight." And these 2 cops that were in the gas station overheard what I was saying, and they were like, "There's a police station like a 4-block walk from here, so if you do sort of need any help or if you feel unsafe, you're more than welcome to just kind of like hang out for the night in the reception."
American police officers doing a good job.
I know.
That's I mean, crazy.
Helps when you're white and English. Definitely. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
We were all thinking it. We were all
it's
thinking
ridiculous.
It.
Because it's like, you get told so many stories from people about what goes down in America and what can go down when you travel the world, and like there's a blissful ignorance in a lot of. I should not have been walking the streets of Baltimore. Everybody I've told this story to since, every promoter in America was like, "You're an absolute fucking imbecile. Like, what were you thinking?" But so I got these cigarettes. I walked back to the building, and on the way back to the building, this is where I discovered that the building has a lobby. It's unstaffed, but it had a lobby. So I was like, I'm just going to go in there and just like chill on the sofa until 7:30 in the morning when she called me back and she called me and was like, I've reset the code. Basically, we don't know why, but just at midnight, it just reset the code. And so my one didn't work on the door. And
did you give her a 1-star rating?
No, I was very, very sort of like understanding, because by this point, again, this goes back to context and like being privileged to be doing what I'm doing. I was like, I can't believe I've had to spend the night like walking the streets of Baltimore. This is a bit fucking ridiculous that I found myself in this situation. And I'm like, yeah, that is pretty wild. Never in my life did I ever think I would be in a situation where I would be wandering the streets of Baltimore all night on my own. Like,
still got paid though, innit?
Yeah, do you know that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting paid to have these adventures. That's a dangerous adventure, admittedly, but I was fine, and I got like it was not a problem. But the problem was that I then, by the time I got to sleep, that was the day I was going to go to Washington and go and have, like, be a tourist. But by this point, I just needed to sleep. Yeah. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. But yeah, she was traumatized when she woke up. She was like, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that happened. I don't know why it's happened. It was just a tech problem. I was like, look, don't even worry about the refund, because what I want though, I'm not flying for like 7 hours after checkout. Can you tell the cleaner to come like 4 or 5 hours later? And she was like, yeah, not a problem. And I was like, sick.
Nice.
So I just got to make up for a lot of rest.
And then gave her a 1-star review anyway.
No, I was fair. It weren't her fault. Like, and again, because I'm not gonna, like, bro, how lucky was I to be there? Like, I'm not gonna get pissy and be dramatic over something like that.
I would have gone crazy.
Look, trust me, man. After hours and hours and hours of thinking this through, and honestly, and processing it, you can't. It's not her fault. Nothing could have been done. I called her as often as I could, and she didn't answer, because who the fuck would? Because your phone's on silent overnight. Like, like, so.
You're very understanding, man. It's very nice of you.
But because where was I? That was it. It was the
streets
perspective.
of Baltimore.
The perspective. It was the perspective. But it was perspective.
There's two different angles there, but they're like married. Then it's a perfect marriage.
But again, like, no, man, I can't get over the fact that I was somewhere like that. Like,
okay, listen, we get it. You're a great guy, man. Bloody hell, no. Guys, I'm just so
trying to take it away from
so grateful.
No, but you're a prick. Now I can't do anything now, can I? I can't get myself out of this. He's checkmating me.
At least he still made himself look like a dick.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't give a shit though. Does he?
Staying on brand. Let's
on brand. Right, should we talk about the future then?
So that was an adventure though. That was a great story, by the way.
Yeah,
and your Instagram stories were killing me, man.
Oh yeah, I had to document it. I had to document.
You documented the whole thing. It was honestly killing
I'm
me.
I'm gonna save all the stories. I'll put it into a little reel, mate. Don't worry.
So nice.
Funny, I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah,
didn't know what else to do.
Let's talk about 2024, man. Big things coming. Big things coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what's big.
That's what everyone says.
Oh yeah, that's the line.
Thing, yeah, big things coming. What's going on in the world of Pola and Bryson's world domination?
Well, we're going to put out some new music like in the first couple of months of the year. I think we've got quite a fair bit of stuff. We're like busy.
Weird that you haven't sent me any of it, actually.
Because we're just getting those final tweaks done on mixes and stuff.
Right?
That's what it is, man.
Right?
That's what it is.
We're falling off the A-list, man.
No, there is no list. No one's got none of this. No one's got none of this.
The A-list does.
Look, some of it ain't finished. That's what it is, bro. Like, it's not finished, but like,
finish it, man.
That's exactly what it is. It was just getting it wrapped, and then there's going to be some busy stuff for some big old projects.
And some remix projects, I think.
Yeah.
Doing some stuff.
Yeah, you just got to do it though, didn't you?
Have you done yours?
No.
Oh, okay, no. Fine. All right. I thought you were saying like,
I thought you were talking about that other one, the one that you.
Oh no, yeah. Wow.
Let's stop being vague. Let's move on to what Rich was going to say. Rich, what were you going to say?
Stuff, yeah.
Rich, what?
That must be so annoying for so many people to
I know.
listen to.
It's just such waffle. Like, we'll do this
Tell
and
us
that.
what's
and
going on.
No, we
forget-
can't, so let's just move on.
It's so exclusive.
I forget
the peasants that
It's-
listen
yeah,
to
I know,
our
it's such a
podcast
wa- it's such wanky
can't even know
conversation,
what we're
isn't it?
fucking talking about. Rich barely even knows.
Guys, you'll
Although
find out.
I think I do
You'll
know,
find out
actually.
in 9 months' time.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have told me, but yeah. Didn't it? Fucking absolute drip feed. I'm going to New Zealand and Australia.
Oh my god!
We did it, John. We did it.
Yeah,
we did it.
We moaned it into existence.
We did it. We made the podcast so popular that somebody heard his
Actually,
outcry and
yeah.
actually booked him.
You edit
Do
some-
you want to know, like, quote unquote, Forte, who actually aren't doing the tour, but like they sort of picked it up.
Yeah, TJ and them, man.
Yeah,
Shout out them
he
lot.
picked it up on Insta, and like literally it was like quote unquote, he's like, yeah man, he's like, we've got to fucking shut you lot up on the podcast. I was like, jokes.
That is a life lesson. You can moan things into existence,
Yeah.
man. If you really
Manifest it.
See, this
yeah,
is
manifestation.
bars.
manifestation. Love that.
See, that's what I'm on, that vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the 2024 vibe,
That's what
guys.
we're going-
Manifestation. That is what this podcast holds for the future.
I love that. It's finally happening. I actually saw you. I saw Chickarelli post the post, and I was like, I almost fell out of my chair, man. I was like, oh
Mate,
my god.
I'm like headlining 3 of the shows, which
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
is both incredible but also a slight worry. So yeah, New Zealand, Australia gang, Melbourne, Perth, Auckland, and Tauranga.
Tauranga.
Tauranga, yeah.
Never been there.
Yeah.
It's about
Tauranga's
2
beautiful.
hours from Auckland. I think it's
You can
Chickarelli's
drive,
thing as
yeah.
well. Yeah, like I'm going to go
sick.
stay with him for a while. Like I've actually never met him. But
they
it
haven't
seems
done
the
your
same.
advancing-
mate.
Yeah. We've spoken
Chico,
about it.
yeah, we love that guy, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he's a
man.
don. Check his garms. Ask him to
Oh,
show
yeah.
you his garms in the
Yeah.
in
I
the
mean, he
garage.
always looking like a fleeky dude on Insta for sure.
His
yeah.
drip is he out.
Bro, he's got a whole
he
whole
outdripped a lot of
garage
people, including me. for sure.
Oh,
I'll admit that.
wow, 2024, John.
Humble.
And he's humble. He knows how.
Let's not get ahead of
He knows
ourselves.
how to flog you a £200 jacket as well. Like
Yeah.
he's a very good salesman. So yeah,
He's a bit of a
put
gazer,
some money
isn't
aside.
he? Yeah.
Jokes.
Facts. We've all bought stuff of him.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
We've actually all bought stuff of
Actually,
him.
Yeah, bruv,
yeah.
sick
So-
garms, sick
Okay,
garms.
Yeah,
Sick.
facts.
But yeah, finally happening, man. I literally can't wait. So
Auckland's going to be sick as well. Do you know where you're playing?
nah. I
Probably
mean,
probably neck of the woods, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
do you know what? Like, I can't even remember. Like, I haven't. Like, I obviously
So
looked.
neck of the
I've
woods.
seen the flyer.
Is
Seen
that
like,
club we described that dingy underground? Literally, you go downstairs to get in it, and it's just like wicked sound system and just vibes crowd. Like it's literally what we describe. What we want to come back in next year. So hopefully it's there. That's very exciting.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
absolutely gassed.
Are
Like, yeah, I
you
can't
doing
believe it.
Queenstown at all? Did you say?
No, I'm not. I've got like
You've got
But
days
there's
off?
downtime.
You got
Base-
that, yeah.
I've got a week in, well, not quite a week, but basically I've got a Sunday free at the end of Australia.
Monday
so
to Thursday
I go
sort of
Melbourne Friday, Perth Saturday.
Yep.
Sunday's currently free.
Yep.
Hoping I can maybe fill that with something.
Yep.
And then Friday the week after is actually free, and
Yep.
I've got Saturday and Sunday
Oh, get
in
down
New
to
Zealand.
Queensland. Get
So
down
I
to
haven't
Queensland.
Where's
burnt
your,
my. I
where's your
haven't-
first New Zealand show? Is that Auckland?
It's Auckland. So
Yeah.
no. So it's to
Tauranga?
Yeah, but obviously
Ooh.
it's a 2-hour drive. So I will go Auckland, and then I think me and Chico are driving
drive,
down there.
yeah.
So on that Friday, obviously I haven't booked the Perth to Auckland yet.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hoping maybe I might be able to get a couple
Yeah.
of things. And like, I'm not even looking, if someone wants to pay my flight, just come for a vibe. Like I don't
Yeah.
even care at this point. I just want to like do more shows and
Yeah.
like get my like brand out there and come
Yep.
mix and party.
But you
with
should
some
stay. If
cool
your
people.
last show so far is Tauranga, you should then go to like the South Island.
No,
fly and stay
I'm
for
actually
a couple of days.
I'm
like-
actually leaving straight after the Auckland
Oh, you
show because
go.
I'm flying
You
to
another show.
Philippines to go on holiday with the
Oh,
missus.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Stunning.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
Well,
going
next
that
time.
far.
Next time. Look, once you've done it once, you can
Yeah.
just make it happen again.
So
Manifest
now-
that shit
let's
into
hope.
existence.
Now
Yeah.
everyone's got Rich's full itinerary.
Yeah, sorry. The reason, do you know why
You've got
I
no
say that?
excuses
There
now.
was a-
Anybody listening to
It-
this
it-
episode that's based in New Zealand or Australia, in any of those cities, now has no excuse. You've got to go.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not gonna lie, there was a bit of shameless promo because it's like I'd really like to fill them 2 dates
Yeah.
with like going 2 other places.
So
just
when
to
are
make the
you
most of
going
the trip.
specifically? Sorry.
17th of Jan. So
Oh, 6. Oh, really soon.
Yeah, I'll fly then. First
Gosh.
show's 19th of Jan, and
Very
then
nice.
yeah, I've got a couple
Love
of
it.
free
Summertime
dates.
as
I'll
well.
post it on Insta soon what dates are free if
Go
anyone
on, lad.
fancies it. But yeah, man, 4 dates.
Yep.
Decent. Other stuff was I just got a few released in the pipeline with FaZe, Faction, and Ozo at the moment. That's about it. Just gonna work on as much music as possible.
Nice.
Back on it.
I didn't actually write anything for this.
No, you didn't.
But We're just releasing bare music, basically. We've got first single dropping in start Feb, I think. Yeah, like we've got music almost immediately into next year.
Nice.
So basically, yeah, for me and Tom, it's just more of the same. Like this year was the year we really tried to like just kick that into gear, another level, and just be like on it because with studio and stuff. And yeah, just more of the same next year. So we've got some cool collaborations in the pipeline. Lots of couple of big remixes. What else? US tour next year.
Boom.
That's getting worked on. I'm sure, we've got lots of other things that are just currently penciled that need to be confirmed, like tours, different countries, all sorts. So, yeah, I'm excited for next year, man. Just moved agency as well, so, there's that. So, yeah, fresh start. I'm excited about the music, mainly. Like, we've just got, lots of variety of sounds coming. So, looking forward to that.
Like, what are you looking forward to seeing more of next year?
Liquid. Let's just liquid.
More melody.
Next.
More, and also I'd add like more interesting crossovers as well.
Okay.
I'm loving just the idea that it's not genre based. It's just like we just write music.
It's vibes.
Yeah.
It's vibe based now.
Like, I might want to write a tune with a flautist. Flautist.
I think it is a flautist.
It's a flautist, I think.
What?
I don't know.
Flautist?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's flautist.
I think it's flutist.
Nah,
so I think I'm correcting you because I think you're wrong.
You got a computer in front of you, Google it. I'm pretty sure it's flautist, but
I just think you might
going
to go buy some flowers.
It was really just an example of just like whatever, man. Like people should just get together and write tunes, basically. Yeah. So
It's flautist. God damn it.
Okay, keep that in. Don't edit that out.
It's
Do not edit that out.
Shut down.
Yeah, it's flautist, but it's spelled Flautist.
Yeah, it's because I listened to that Andre 3000 album, man.
It's so good.
Yeah, the 17-minute tune.
Keep going back to it. It's really lovely.
I did
more crossover. Sorry, go on.
I want to see more poetry and more appreciation for the art of actual emceeing.
Here we go.
Not so much. I want to see more Lengathons on sets, less sing-alongs for produced tunes. I want to bring the MC back. Let's fucking go 2024.
You know what? Actually, I know you shouted out Dusky earlier. We've played with him before. I'm pretty sure.
He's so good.
But yeah, we did a set with him in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And I remember before, actually, I've played a garage set before, and I was like, Ollie, jump on. He was like, nah, man, nah. Like,
did he jump up?
So he was on our set anyway, and then we did our little garage bit, and just turned around, and this guy's just laying garage bars. And I was like, didn't know he had, like, because the last time we spoke about it, I wasn't sure he was really on that.
Yeah.
He was laying it. I was like, yo, okay, interesting. It was just a nice moment. Like
140
like,
Dusky.
Yeah, it was just cool, man.
Love it.
Yeah. More bars. So basically,
more bars, more melodies.
Bars. I'm here for it, man. More bars.
Yeah, I mean, you're a rap guy, of course you are.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
I feel like it's been lost a bit. I'd like to see it back a bit.
Yeah. Interestingly, this is a bit of a not diversion, a bit of a. I got a tune recommended on my YouTube today. It was Vibe Chemistry, and it had about 9 MCs on it. Have you had this one with like JK?
Oh yeah, it's
Money,
got Pete and Baz on it. Yeah,
I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
right, I'm not. I wouldn't go that far.
And Azza and Grimmer.
Yeah. Your dreams have come true, Rich.
Azza and Grimer.
Oh, sorry, Azza and Grimer.
Your dreams have come true, Rich. Go and enjoy it.
Yeah, it was.
To be honest, like a lot of people mentioned they were like hard, but who did you say? Pete and Baz.
Pete and Baz. Shout out Pete and Baz.
I mean jokes, but yeah, like I was coming from more of a serious MC angle.
Yeah, they are serious MCs, man.
You started beef with Pete and Baz as well.
Yeah, what's going on?
Last episode it was Flux Million.
They're old time East End gangsters.
I went in on Flux Million and Skrillex. I'm just having a minor little dig at Pete and Baz. I rate Pete and Baz.
Pete and Baz got strategies,
me talking about more poetry in the drum and bass game is not being answered by Pete and Baz.
Nah, I hear it. I hear it. I was a bit like, well, okay, that's where we're at. We're drum and bass now.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
I think that's kind of almost like mirrors my point of what I'm trying to say. I want less of that and more code breaker and sense.
He wants more tears in the rave.
More focus, more SP, more like actual MCs.
More tears in the rave.
So on that note,
tears in the rave, mate. Fuck off.
So what's next?
On that note, what would you change? What do you plan to change next year?
Personally, I put engage even less in scene politics. I think the older I get, the less I care about.
How are you going to do that running this podcast? Good luck.
It's not even. I don't think we're.
No, we're not engaging in the politics. We're just voicing our opinions about just our own shit.
Some people
and telling stories. Like
you two are on some fucking bullshit with that one. Literally.
When we say we're not engaging in the politics, basically we're not listening to what anybody else says. We're just having a conversation amongst the three of us.
That's just stroking your own ego about what your opinion of the drum and bass
let
scene
me actually
is,
tell you,
technically is fucking scene politics.
Let me tell you what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean by that. What I mean is like I'm gonna stop letting it negatively affect my mood and like how I think about the scene.
Yes.
And even I hate using the word scene. I need to stop speaking to Jack GLXY, man. That guy is down, man.
He is scene bear, is he?
Nah, I love Jack. But yeah, what I mean is just like pay less attention to it is what I mean. Like, oh, so and so is doing this over there and they're doing really well, but I don't like it. It's bait, whatever, blah blah blah. Like, I just don't care anymore. Like, I just want to write tunes and DJ and fucking hang out with the people that I respect and love and people that make good music and just focus on that basically.
I kind of rate that. It's like really just focus on the positive aspects, less on the negative.
It's not even positive and negative. It's just like cut the noise out. Do you know what I mean? It's like really like. Especially, and you know what, getting older is a good thing, I think, in this regard, because I think when we were in our 20s and like we were kind of all coming up and like all kind of like just starting to get on the circuit, whatever, that was really like you were kind of buzzing to be part of the scene politics in a weird way. Now, like, all my friends are getting married and having kids and that, and it's just like, oh yeah, life goes on as well. Do you know what I mean? Like people, it's just like the music thing is really the thing that I love, and we're just doing it, and I'm blessed to be able to write tunes and put it out and people listen. I can play shows sometimes, like. Just basically focus on that.
That is a lot easier said than done, but it's just
of course. But I think if
we don't have to give a shit about the comments we see on the internet. Like, whether they're directed to you or directly
and
or indirectly.
Who's doing this gimmick,
whatever.
Who's doing that gimmick or whatever. Like that's great for them. I just want to do my thing, innit?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, basically that's what I meant. Just like, maybe I worded it wrong, but like that's actually what I mean. Yeah.
No, I don't think you did. I think like, I mean, smashed it really, because I think if you do that, you're just focusing more on, you're focusing your intention in the place that you should be.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a lot of people, I know you call me like a moaner, but I do think like mostly I'm like relatively positive. I just think on here is a space where we do vent certain things. And I guess it's better to manifest that positivity, because really if you're moaning about someone else doing something, you're just probably not actually doing what you should be doing. You're like wasting
energy's
time.
in the wrong place, man. So just to kind of continue that then, write more genres. Or just write more consistently. Like I said, I said before, I've not been in the studio for a while for good reason. Life happens, got to take care of your mental health, physical health, all that stuff. But hopefully, fingers crossed, better year next year, everything goes smoothly. I've got the opportunity to write music more. Just write more. Like, just try different things. Like, whenever I hit a creative block with drum and bass, sometimes that's a trigger for me to just stop writing, because it's like, I can't do any Galaxy stuff, so I'm just not going to do anything. There's always, I've always got little ideas for like other stuff, so just go with it, basically. Just try stuff. I want to just work on some projects that are like nothing to do with drum and bass as well, just on the side. Just keep it flowing, because ultimately it all feeds back into then drum and bass.
It does, yeah.
I just want to work on more strategies to unblock myself creatively, I think, and really try and focus on that. Try new things in general as well. Maybe try a new hobby, try a new business, something just like something to something to get excited about outside of the music thing, which I'm always very excited about. But I want to just try and make space and time for. I don't know what it is yet, but something. Maybe I learn a language. I might speak the next podcast in like Mandarin. Who knows?
It's hard to determine what it is you want to do until you know you've got the time to do it, isn't it? You've got to make the time before you can really get down and dirty into something you want to do.
This is definitely it, but I guess at least setting the intention for outright at first is the first step, right? So I've now said it on a podcast that's recorded. Let's check back. Let's have a mid-year check.
We had a couple of them already. I'm getting married next year.
Let's have a mid-year check-in. See how everyone's getting on with it. Accountability is what we're doing.
Accountability check.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
We've got consistency out the way. The next word is accountability.
That's gonna be the buzzword for 2024. Yeah, wicked. Yeah, that's me, man.
Yeah, I guess I put like taking music less seriously, but also more seriously. And I guess no, but the reason
smoking weed as well.
Yeah, but the reason being is like I feel like the reason I'm starting with that is because it's kind of what you said.
Yeah,
it's like not getting caught up on the bullshit.
Yeah,
and actually manifesting my energy into the reason that I like do this in the first place.
Yeah,
and kind of like putting my energy in the right direction. Just generally putting more time into music, more collabs, more studio time, and just being better at like plugging my like brand on social media, because I just think I've had a really shit year.
Good thing you got a podcast as well, isn't it? So you can plug yourself on that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably have accountability of just helping this podcast grow that little bit further, and like putting a bit more time into this podcast.
Big things coming.
Yeah, man.
Jack.
No, I've put stop being scared of wrapping up tunes. And when I put that, specifically what I mean is it's not about like being scared of wrapping them up and trying to release them straight away, but more like we're really, really good at getting a tune like 70% of the way in and then taking 9 to 12 months to finish that extra 20, 30%. Like, and I think recently, because we've been on this like drive to write lots of new ideas, almost everything is like, I feel like there's still like 10, 20, 30% sort of missing on almost all of these tunes.
Yeah.
And I just like,
we're bad at that as well.
I feel like the new year, I feel like a good like New Year's sort of what's that thing?
Accountability.
Resolution.
I was going to say New Year's motive.
New Year's motive.
My New Year's resolution would be
New Year
to
accountability, mate. Come on.
Like
stay on brand.
Before I start getting any new ideas down, like for every new idea I want to start, I've got to try and wrap.
The only thing I'll say about that though is I think that's part of the process, man.
Yeah.
Some days you're in a mindset of finishing, some days you're in a mindset of creating.
Yeah.
I think it's very hard to. This is gonna be a wee moment, but it's very hard to finish sometimes. You know? when you need to I had that in my head and I was like, this is going to sound bad, pause. So don't beat yourself about it.
No, I'm not beating I know we've spent a lot of this year specifically focusing on the idea of starting lots of new music. Now comes the point where it's like, if you're going to push yourself to lean ever so slightly more in one direction or the other, now it should be, I think, on the idea of starting to finish and wrap up some of these things as opposed to starting new ideas.
Do you know what? Like, I actually forgot one thing, and now this is like, has brought it back into light for me, and it's like, it's not about finishing ideas. It's like having finished ideas and doing something with them, like this 10-minute freestyle that I've got that's like 3 fucking years old. And while we're talking about accountability, Richard 2024, how about we go and do something with that on YouTube so that people can hear the greatest thing you've ever fucking written?
Yeah, Rich, like literally for 3 years, I told you from day one, you literally just need to take that video and throw it up on YouTube exactly as it is. And it's taking you 3 years to upload a 10-minute video.
I don't think you've actually sent me that video, Jack.
I did. I've sent it to you multiple times.
No, not multiple times.
I've sent you like a Dropbox link, bro. Like not even like on WhatsApp.
Send me that Dropbox link again.
But like, use technology.
Genuinely, like, that is something I need to improve on. But like, I'm kind of like, I'm one of them people that I think it's a bit of a different angle of what you're saying, but it's like I wait and be like, that's so good that it needs to be in a specific space. Like, I know I spoke to you about this, John, like the right YouTube channel, or, you know, when the right opportunity comes along, I'm like, I've got you fucking covered. But it's just got to a point now, it's like no one's hearing this, and this could really benefit my career and maybe like spurn some like hip hop shit for me, because it's a hip hop freestyle.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah,
Just remind me of something.
Okay, calm. But yeah, if anyone's out there that has got any links with like Sloth, all these like things, like
we'll talk after the show, bro.
Hook a man up, because I've got some fire on garage.
I don't know how much more subtle he needs to be like, bro, like you can stop this plug,
because he's been talking for a while, and I'm having this rant because I haven't done anything with this. So no, not from him. I've had enough of myself.
Oh, well, okay.
Which is usually the case. Jack, please continue. Sorry.
Oh no, I was done.
All right.
I think now we're going to talk about newcomers, who to watch out for, which is always a struggle for me, but also...
Do you want me to go?
Not. I know, as in I've actually got answers this time.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, there's a few names, to be honest. I've put 3 down, but I'm going to throw a 4th in there, and probably a 5th. So, Thread.
100.
Sick.
He's in mine as well.
Sick guy.
Played with him the other day as well.
Yeah, I saw that he's sick, man. Yeah. Shout out Thread. What's his actual name?
I was on a work Christmas do, so I can't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know.
don't know.
I don't think I've met him.
Oh, fucking.
So Thread, yeah.
It'll come to me.
Para, I think we spoke about
Para.
it bare. We spoke about it bare
really
times in this
like
podcast,
Para.
but this guy, yeah, he's just sang about his tunes. It's so cool. And then random one. So we get DM sometimes because we did this like D&B Academy video a while back, which is like a course you could purchase where we basically write a tune. That's like a 6-hour video, like broken into like lessons or whatever. And basically we just get DM sometimes when people being like, really enjoyed the course, like can we send you some tunes for feedback, like we've inspired by the course or whatever. This one guy called Brooke recently just sent me like 2 tunes, sent me and Tom 2 tunes. He's only been producing not that long at all. And I'm not saying the tunes are like ready to be like, but I heard them, I was like, I just got a bit excited. I was like, this guy, so he's saying about his tunes, there's like a little seed there of something that could be really, really good. So I'm hoping, yeah, I've been giving him feedback and stuff, and I want to just keep that going. And yeah, hopefully this guy can get some tunes out there. Yeah, I think it's quite exciting. And then I'm going to throw a note in there. I just think he's so sick. Again, everything he does is so beautiful. He as a creator is just, yeah, amazing. Everything he does, music, sort of performance art, like actual like paintings, everything. He's sick. Again, Azzy FM, shouted him out a few times. I think he's going places. And I mean, yeah, I don't need to big up all of the normal people that's definitely going to smash it next year anyway, regardless. But I just wanted to put a spotlight on those that I think will have a good year next year. Yeah.
I'm just going to say Tom in the Chamber. I'm going to go for the MC vocalist angle. And I just think, I don't know, like I've just seen what he's doing this year. He's on the content, he's on loads of tunes. He's, you know, the point I made about poetry, that I feel like he's coming from an angle that like I've been coming from a long while. Like I see a lot of similarity. It's like just a very like, you know, beautiful message, and it's very honest. It's kind of like the DRS angle that like a few man are on. And yeah, I think like he seems to be producing and mixing down tunes as well, and seems to be a very, very talented human being. Been in the studio with loads of people, bang on the content. I reckon man going to be the Dusky of 2024.
Sick. Throwing another vocalist in there, we spoke about it last time as well, but she just did another video like last week, which is again incredible. Sallow.
Yeah.
And also she did a tune with 4am Crew, I think, that came out last week, which her vocal again is like ridiculous on that as well, man. Yeah, she's just levels basically. Jack.
I also put Para, because everything he's been doing is sick. I've put Mephius. Sorry, not Mephius, Circumference. there's the other artist that I put has done a collab with Mephius, and I was just trying to get the name of the tune that they were on.
Circumference.
Circumference I've put on the list because I've got a load of dubs from them at the moment, and I hope that they're all due out next year, or some of them will come out in some capacity, or will be out soon. And so I'd recommend people keeping an eye on them, because if even half of the ones I've got my hands on come out next year, people should keep their eyes on them. And then
more exclusive producer chat. Yeah.
And then
you guys don't know about this stuff. I know about it. Yeah.
Bloxberg is the singer that I was thinking of. She's from Romania. She's part of the Quite Lucky crew.
Yeah.
And she did a tune called "Stay" with Mephius.
Nice.
And she's sent me some bits and pieces that, like, from they're things that I think are now out as well. But all the things she sent over have been sick. Questions from Instagram.
Please, can we start with the remix one?
The remix one.
That's my favourite one.
Oh, right, yeah, because you've got you've already told us your answer.
No, but actually, I reread it.
Okay, all right.
So
the question was the favourite Christmas tune, and then who would bootleg it.
But basically, it's actually the way it actually says on Instagram is one of us says it, and then the other people give the remixer. So which I think is a better way of doing it.
This is like playing a Christmas cracker game, like at Christmas dinner.
We've actually got more questions coming through as well. I'll just check the Instagram again. So let's do that one first, though. So I'm going to throw out there. What am I going to throw out there first? I'm going to go Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know my answer, but you guys pick a remixer for that.
I can't even think what that tune is.
Pa-da-pa-pum-pum. There you go.
I've got
gotta be-
some
it's gotta be
gifts
some-
for you there up in my bum.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I mean,
Yeah,
what the?
That was the Pola and Bryson bootleg.
Wow.
Soon to do 20 million streams.
I feel like I want to hear Mosey do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but like it's like kind of like a fun jokes tune, isn't it? So
I mean, they're all going to be fun and jokes, aren't they?
Yeah.
No one's going to be a serious, like, none of them are going to be a serious thing, are they? I was here like Caliber remix or something. Like, that's so serious, so good. Yeah.
Jokes.
What's your remixer?
Oh, I don't know.
Mate, this is the game. Play the game.
He's still butthurt from the fact that I took his segue away from him.
Yeah. I mean, Mama's Breakage. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Original sin.
Original sin. All right, who wants to go next? For our Christmas
I want
song.
the Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues.
I don't know that song.
Do you know,
Yes, you do.
Mostly because, and the reason I was thinking of it, because I thought the same way as you, I was going to pick my own remixer, was because the dude's voice in it is just, at times, you don't even know what it says, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh,
I feel like
that
you could-
song.
I feel like you
Yeah,
could-
okay, fine.
I feel like you could process his voice and do some mad shit.
Yeah,
So,
like get similar, like mucking around with the vocal, like and
Okay.
get some crazy like bass sound design out of it.
Okay, so that's your answer,
That's a
basically.
good one.
Similar
Yeah, there you
remix. What's yours?
who was I thinking earlier? Oh, mate, it's actually totally just gone from my mind. No, it's not going to come to me. Weird.
Cool. Good podcast.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Um,
It's your. Well, we changed the game, innit? It
to be
it
fair,
disappeared. It was like,
mine
that's
would be thinking about that voice is a bit booky, isn't it? Maybe like it's a
So
gully
booky.
bass line, like Ti.
yeah.
Yeah. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Who's remixing that? I actually
Hazard.
Yeah, okay.
I'm feeling like a bricks don't roll sort of like
Wait a
connotation
second.
to
No,
this,
wait a
like-
second. Hang on a second.
Is there
What, it
actually
doesn't-
like
it
some
doesn't
sort of
exist, does it?
like weird, horrible mashup already?
Yeah, hang on. Is this going to work? I've been sent a foghorning around the Christmas
No,
tree.
for
Edit
God's sakes.
literally like an hour ago.
It's gonna be like Mr.
What-
Happy as well.
Was that in response to the story?
Oh, I saw a Badadan
Yeah, the Santa
thing.
Dan.
Yeah. The Santa. Yeah, I sent that in the group the other day.
Yeah, I saw that before.
That was horrifying.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Who do I have in mind for that? I'll actually. Is this going to work?
This is gonna get the podcast pulled, I think. Stop it.
Kind of works.
That's getting played at some rate.
it shouldn't.
I
It
know,
shouldn't.
obviously not.
I think it goes
But it
into a
will.
foghorn. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Jackson 5. Go. Oh, sorry. The other one I was going to say, Rocking Around. The other one was Urban Dawn. Oh my god.
I was about to say
Dawn.
Unglued or Urban Dawn. I feel like would
yeah.
slap.
That would work for that.
Yeah.
I feel like Unglued would do like good on quite a few of these. To be
Yeah.
fair, yeah. I'm
Uh,
up for an Unglued remix.
Jackson
of-
5,
yeah.
Unglued remix.
Unglued
Yeah.
remix, yeah.
You can't say the same.
Yeah, that's what I just. No, I said that first.
No, he said
I
that.
said Unglued.
I thought you were saying
okay.
about the last one. Oh,
no, I'm
okay.
saying about the Jackson 5 one. It could be Unglued or Urban Dawn. I think would.
My last one was
okay.
Urban Dawn.
Oh, right. So yeah, I'd go Unglued with this one.
Who do I want?
Actually, I just thought of a left field. Not left field, but I just thought one that would work for
Go
that.
on.
Technomatic, I think, would work for that.
Technomatic.
Yeah.
I'll go LSB.
Nah,
Right.
LSB like Caliber. They've got to be more like the old school. What's that one we're walking in the air on? You know what I'm talking about?
Snowman.
The Snowman. That's a
Caliber remix of that.
That's a
because that's like London Grammar, isn't it?
God, that would actually be
That
really
would
good.
slap.
that would actually work.
That
yeah.
Caliber remix of that would probably slap.
Caliber, please.
I think-
do us all a service.
I feel
please.
like if you manage to get a Caliber remix into this segment, we completed it.
Yeah. But that's
Completed
it.
that one,
We're walking
yeah.
in the air. Caliber remix makes complete
Genius,
sense.
genius, genius.
Okay, I think we end on that.
Right.
That's the
Heroes or Roses or Quality Street. Like, go on. What's your Christmas chocolate?
I feel like roses, man, are dead. Like
roses are so
are
dead.
dead. Like all the people who eat them are dead. they're so old. They're so old school.
Yeah.
Dead.
What is this
That
hatred on
that
roses?
is
Nah,
some
man, they're dead.
1970s
No, that's
struggle meal.
Cadbury's chocolate.
Nah,
it's
man.
Cadbury's chocolate.
They're
That
dead.
is a struggle
They're
meal.
dead out
It's
here, bro.
Cadbury's
no one
chocolate.
wants the strawberry thing. No
That's
one wants the
like-
No,
strawberry.
there's dead ones in roses, but roses aren't dead.
Nah, I
Nah.
want consistency,
You know what
bro,
that is,
with
yeah?
my Christmas chocolate.
That's like
Heroes.
Aldi central
Innit?
aisle, like end of the day. That's
I am
yeah,
not having this slander on the Cadbury's roses.
Heroes,
bruv. I'm not
you're
having
dashing
this.
the bounty, everything else getting yam.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, miniature heroes. But so where's Quality Street in this argument? Where's that
Oh,
standing? That is the
mid.
bottom of the
Mid.
barrel. No, that is bottom of the barrel. That is bottom of the barrel.
Now Roses is dead.
No,
man.
it's not. Roses.
Why
that's
shout-
higher
why
than
shout-
Quality Street.
Why are you shouting?
All right, fine. I'm rewriting this question. Bun this question. Bun this question.
He's ever been about any question.
Shut up, mate. Shut up.
Apollo and Rice are about to do like a advert campaign for roses or something. I'll be like,
no, I know this is a serious point. I need to know where the pecking order is. All right, I'm rephrasing the question.
Okay.
Roses or Quality Street? Where do you stand?
Quality Street's above Roses.
Are you fucking
Yeah,
mad? The pair of you are batshit. You're wrong. That's what this is. You're
Hold
wrong.
on, hold
I thought we
on.
were all
You're
giving our
wrong.
opinions.
What one?
You're wrong. Okay, so the next question.
I want to have a look. I need to have a look at all the individual chocolates on each of those and be like, what ones am I actually
It's
eating?
not. It's about the chocolate. It's not the filling. It's the chocolate.
No, it's
is
not. It's
first
about
and
the
foremost.
combination,
First
bro.
and foremost,
Nah,
the chocolate
man.
is key. If
The
it's
whole-
crap chocolate,
But
then
the
you're
whole
not.
point
You're not
of
even,
them-
the filling means nothing.
The whole point of them is the combo, innit? You need to be able to eat a
Yeah,
few
the
of them. Like,
combo
if the
is-
combination
yeah.
ain't right,
But
then
that's
it's
why
just
I
dead.
agree. Miniature Heroes wins every
Yeah,
time.
'cause
That's top of the pecking order.
Bounty,
but
Dash,
quali-
everything
but-
else, yeah.
No, it bothers me
but-
when you say miniature heroes. It's just heroes.
It's the heroes.
What is this?
They used to be miniature heroes.
Yeah,
that's
that's what
they
I'm
used to be
saying.
called.
That's why you like Roses, bro.
such
Like,
a
that
dick.
1970s thing, bro.
But Roses is the middle, bro.
what I mean?
Roses is mid tier.
You're
I'm not having this
Scott-
low tier like status.
You weren't
for
scarred
Roses.
for life from a granddad's
I'm not having
Worth's
it.
original.
I'm not
were you,
having
bruv?
it. No, I'm not having it, bro.
That's what it seems like.
Jay,
to
you're
me.
wrong, man. It's fine.
No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Right, next question.
I got the two. Let's see the two new
Shit.
ones from our boy Hallam. Actually, chucked a couple of ones in.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Best
Go on,
gig of
Hallam.
2023 and why? Easy one for me.
What was that best what?
Actually, is that an easy one?
Best gig.
Best gig of 2023 and why? It's not an easy one, actually.
That's a
Now that I
really
think about
It
hard
should be
one.
a really easy one. I've got about 10 to think about, but
What's been sick? You know what? Actually, you know what was sick because it was a surprising last minute one that turned out sick. Actually, I played the closing set at 1985 at E1. Literally that day, I can't remember who I replaced. Someone dropped out that day. Got a call from Alex and Amy at like 5 p.m. being like, "Do you want to come play?"
you were DLR for the day, wasn't it?
I was DL after the day. That was it.
I mean, that is in
Yeah.
itself
So
like the one.
So I ended up with the 5 till 6 a.m. set. I was like, oh my god, like it's like proper like mission set, but the club was still rammed.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it was just E1. They've redone. They've just redone it as well at that point. So then it's the new room with the new like lighting and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was with LX1, Alex, shout out Alex. Sick. It was just like unplanned. Just went and just like laying like just rollers and bangers for like an hour, and it was just honestly such a fun set to
Love
play.
that.
So yeah, just because it was a random, unexpected one. Definitely, that one's the first I thought of.
Do you know what? I just had a bit of time to think, and I would say just simply because I've been DJing this year, and I just really enjoy DJing. It would be the DJ set on the boat party, the Solvent boat party at Hospitality on the Beach. Because by the end of it,
The boat parties were good.
at the end of it, there was literally. Like even like Unglued was just on our boat. He had his USB. We were just like waving people on. We were just like, come on, who wants to come get involved? Like, and by the end of it, it was like 9 people, and it was just like everyone doing their thing. And I just really enjoyed dropping like old school bangers on people and just like seeing reactions from DJs being like, right, he's not enjoying that tune, is he? And it's just like that's kind of why I really enjoyed.
Vicious Circle?
Was it a triple drop with? To be fair, it's back to back, so I didn't get to do that. But it would be Vicious Circle, Last Chance Saloon. What's Surface Noise?
Maybe Spectre Soul, Too
Break and
Much,
Fierce,
Bootleg,
and
maybe?
nah, not that. It's what's it? Icicle, Set It Off.
Okay, there you go.
Remix,
Visionobi classic.
That's the classic triple threat. Come on.
My favourite sets of this year. So many of
And
them.
says sets, you know.
Well, yeah, because I've got a couple of. No, but you're going to see why I've got a couple of these. Right? I struggled to remember exactly where I was because there's quite a few of them, but it's more. Listen,
You just build it. Literally, man said sets, you know. You're just like, I'm just going to basically.
I'm gonna name every gig I played in the last 12 months.
There's been a handful
yeah.
of sets that have been really fun, and I remember them based on the MC we were with, and they were people that maybe we don't get to play alongside quite often. So we get to play alongside
He looks quite
Dusky a
pissed off, by
lot.
the
We
way.
get to play alongside Rich a lot. So we had great sets at Outer Net with yourself and with Dusky this year, but also we've played a couple sets with IC3 this year, which was just sick. It was really
That's
enjoyable
jokes,
to vibe with
Yeah.
another out, like besides yourself and Dusky, when you play a set with someone that maybe you haven't played with before or in a very long time,
And it goes really well.
to see that vibe like still be there or just be present straight away from the get-go is lovely. So we had that with IC3 and Jake's as well this year. and Excel. So yeah,
I'll echo that
I've
as
really
well,
enjoyed
actually.
those sets with these guys.
I'll echo that as well. Actually, we played a back-to-back with Dogger at Fabric.
Yeah.
And again, never played it. Obviously, know Dogger really well, but never played a back-to-back with him. And we hadn't planned anything, and it just went really well.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
a vibe. Yeah, so I do hear that.
Yeah.
The unexpected like combinations that you've never tried before. I'm sure you've probably had the same, Rich, with like DJs you've never done before.
100, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a big thing of mine that I would like. You know, when we talk about, we'd like to see more of. I'd love to see more of that, man. The whole like host MC with the same DJ every single set is a bit of a dead format for me, man. I like it when you just click with someone and like all these. You remember on the nights when you just literally just be paired off with like complete random, and it'd be like, how's this gonna go? And like the promoter, it was part of the fun of them piecing a lineup together to be like, oh, that MC might work with this DJ. Like we've never played together, and then all of a sudden, click, 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 click. You know, some work, some don't. But like majority of the time it works because people are on a vibe and it's exciting to play with someone for the first time. And it's like, we're all here improvising on a stage anyway. You may as well do it with someone else. And when that clicks, that energy is a special energy, man. And I think it's lacking a bit in D&B at the moment, if I'm honest.
I hear that. Hallam's other question we've actually answered already. What are your drum and bass New Year's resolutions? Goals 2024. Accountability. We've done it already. Listen to the podcast. We've also kind of answered Roger Reed's one. What would you like to see in D&B in 2024? I think we've done that one as well, right?
Yeah.
We've done the Sesame Street one, Heroes or Roses. Oh, okay. Worst DJ experience and why? I guess of 2023. I can't think of a bad one.
Oh, does that have to be of 2023?
I guess so, yeah. Make it relevant to the year, right? The thing is, if we moan about anything now, we're going to undo all of Jack's really good work about being really grateful for having the opportunity just to do what we do. So, yeah, to be honest, like, nothing's really been bad this year. Like, nothing that really sticks out. Like, I've definitely had times where I've been really ill and, like, just, like, powered through to play a set or, like, travel when I was sick or whatever. And, like, obviously not great, but then actually the gig part of it is the highlight of that whole experience. Actually doing the set is the best part, but like the whole travel, just being knackered, all of that around it is crap. But yeah,
I think those are the only things really that define a bad show as well. I'm doing the quotation marks if anybody, for people that can't see, but I think you go somewhere and all right, you go to a club that's meant to hold 200 people and only 100 people turn up. Again, like, how dare you be obnoxious about the fact that 100 people turned up to come and see you play? Get your head out your ass, bruv. Like, so no, you're right. Like, it's very hard to even define what a bad show is. Yeah, because the only thing that's going to make it bad is, like I said, it's like
if like the decks stop working and like,
technical difficulties. I guess.
To be fair,
all right. Well, there you go. Now we've got your answer.
We played at a festival with the sound cut out like 4 times on the set. That wasn't great, and a guy climbed the pole, and like it's just everything that could have gone wrong on the set basically went wrong from the get-go. Like minute 1, it was just like a bit sketch. So yeah, that was more like, that was out of our hands though, and that was out of everyone's hands. But generally speaking, everything's been great this year. So yeah,
everything's been great.
Cool. Anyone else got one?
Not from this year, really. Not off the top of my head. I'm terrible memory. I've got stuff from like the past. And that's kind of well put in there.
Yeah, any like potentially things I would consider negative that have happened to me this year, I've kind of just like recessed them. I'm just like, I'm not thinking about it.
It's been a love and positivity podcast as well, so let's keep it that way.
Yay!
Yeah. Favorite producers of the year. It says on Critical starting with a V. I don't know any producers on Critical starting with a V, so I'm just going to go producers starting with a V in general. Probably Visages.
Yeah.
Is it Visages, by the way?
Visages. I say it wrong. We still haven't got over this.
I say it wrong every time.
Surely it's Visages, no?
Someone correct me, but definitely Visages. Yeah. This guy, Vizsla?
Yeah, who the fuck's that? Yeah, isn't it?
I've actually never heard of him. Is he a producer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if he is.
What's Critical as well?
Yeah, maybe put some tunes out. Something, I don't know. I've never heard of you. So, yeah. Producers begin with a V. Yeah, Visages. I'm going to get started for saying it wrong.
And Vizsla.
I don't know who Vizsla is. I've literally never heard of Vizsla.
so deep.
I've literally never heard of Vizsla.
So that's what you get. That's what you get when you try to troll our story.
It's not even a troll. I've never heard of Vizsla. Like, honestly, get some tunes out there. Get your money up.
You don't want to do favourite bottle of red?
I don't drink, so...
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I'm on a higher path.
I don't. Tenya Malbec Mendoza. Go get it. Enjoy your Christmas.
I mean, my favourite type of red...
My favourite type of red is wine.
When I when I did drink, it was always a Pinot Noir. I had this really nice one from the Burgundy region. I can't remember which one it was, but that was like that combo of Pinot Noir and Burgundy region. I just remember being really good.
I like Pinot Noir because it sounds the most like it would taste nice.
Yeah, it is. Literally, I would say like you're the wine guy, Rich, but I think Pinot Noir is probably the easiest, most accessible red.
Oh no, but I mean that by like a sense that like the
Rich
word
is making a face like
the word
actually
the word
not really-
the word Malbec doesn't sound appetizing, whereas Pinot Noir sounds
about
fancy and tasty.
What about Rioja?
Not if you
like
know
even
what you're talking
Rioja, that doesn't sound appetizing to me, but Pinot Noir just sounds
I
like
always thought
really
it was-
snazzy and fruity and tasty.
There's
like.
obviously some good Pinot Noir, but like I don't know, as a grape variety for me personally, it's not really my jam.
I ain't got a clue about grape variety. I'm just telling you the
it's
word
really subtle.
sounds
That's what he's
tasty.
saying.
Do you remember,
It's
by
like
the way,
super subtle, and it's like there's
I
not
just
really
remembered-
much like to it.
We were gonna do Rich's like wine / beer reviews.
Drink beverage
time
review,
ago.
yeah.
Time ago.
Well, when I was like getting wasted all the time.
Basically,
now,
we're
like,
like I said, we're all on a higher path now. We're very wholesome.
Everyone's better. Well, then that concludes the 2023 Amen Brother podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, gang. We'll see you next year.
Nah, what's left to say though? Really, just like big up for all the support. Really,
Yeah.
yeah,
And-
both like our music projects and the podcast.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
motivation and like comments to actually like. No, I mean,
Yeah,
essentially
bullying
you
works,
guys-
by the way.
Yeah, kick
Bullying
us up the
works,
arse. Like it
because
really, really does work.
You man in the raves were like just going in on us. Like, why have you not recorded more episodes?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds dumb, but it has like put perspective in terms of like
Yeah.
how many of you there are that actually listen to this and then actually enjoy it, and it's
Yeah.
not just like a one-off listen and then you're done with it. Like you're coming back. So thanks for letting us know about that.
Project Six, brother, make yourself known, innit, for our socials as well. Do you remember that guy? Like, you
that
need to
guy's
make
a
yourself
G.
know.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Nah,
you can't
yeah.
drop comments like that and then just like slide out and never listen to an episode again. Like
Innit?
you need to be about, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like
DM us.
he was the guy that like birthed consistency.
Yeah, he was. He was because he was basically what talking like you lot take the fucking piss.
He manifested it.
He actually manifested
He
it.
did.
Yeah.
But bullying works, moaning works. Let's bring that energy into 2024.
Yeah. Just don't
yeah.
be like a dickhead when you moan. Like, Just
Yeah.
be a nice person when you
Be
moan.
less like me when you moan.
Yeah, and just let's be kind to each other and to yourselves. Yeah,
After that comment,
yeah, basically, yeah. And free Palestine, big up.
in it.
Say,
Bosh.
Bosh.
Love.